And we are live. That's right, live and direct. If y'all come in and it doesn't sound right, let me know. I've been having issues with the microphone. But outside of that, how y'all doing tonight to the playback and those who are going to join me during the live chat? This right here is a topic that I've been seeing all day long. Terence Crawford versus Tszyu. I like the fight a lot, especially if Terence Crawford is talking about going to 154. Why not go straight for the champion at 154 like he did at 147 with the WBO title? So that will put Tszyu in line, and it could be history repeating itself. What do I mean by that? Whenever Terence went to 147, he went to the line down under, beat Jeff Horn, took that WBO title, become a 147-pound welterweight champion, and now he could do it again. He could go to the land down under, beat Tszyu, and become a 154-pound WBO champion. Does history repeat itself? That should be the title of the fight. Does history repeat itself? That would be a great name for this fight. Now, the reason why I'm liking this fight is because Errol Spence Jr. is still having issues. How long is Terence supposed to wait for this guy to get healthy? That's the question that you have to ask. Yes, they've got a rematch clause. AJ, I'm going to drop the link in just a second. Yes, they have a rematch clause, but how I see it is this. Let Errol Spence get healthy. Let Terence Crawford, Tszyu, go ahead and fight here very soon. In between that, let Errol Spence get a tune-up. I know he doesn't like tune-ups, but he needs a tune-up after the loss and the eye injury, the surgery, okay? Give him a tune-up and let him fight the winner of this fight. If it's Terence Crawford, there you go. Rematch clause, good to go. If it's Tszyu, he can beat Tszyu, and then Terence can do the rematch for the title. So you could really have a tournament in between these three guys. It just makes a lot of sense to me. And it gives, again, Terence the ability to fight instead of sitting on the shelf waiting for Errol Spence, and it gives Errol Spence Jr. the time to get healthy and be ready to do the rematch with Terence Crawford. So it works out all the way around. And both guys want to go to 154. They're talking about the rematch at 154, so go ahead and do it with a champion. In fact, in my opinion, the rematch is even bigger if they're fighting for the WBO title, because in the rematch that they stayed at 147, it's no longer for undisputed because Terence has already been stripped of one of his belts. So it's just more impressive to me if Terence can beat Tszyu. Now, when you look at the two fighters, we got to go through the tell of the tape. So we have Terence Crawford. He's got 40 wins, no losses with 31 knockouts. Tszyu, newer to the scene, he's got 24 wins with 17 knockouts. Both of these guys have over a 70% knockout ratio. Both of them are 5'8". Tim is just slightly taller at 5'8.5". So we'll have a half an inch in height advantage. However, Terence Crawford will have a 3.5-inch reach advantage. He has 74-inch reach. Tszyu has a 70.5-inch reach. So the height is minimal. The reach is significant. So Terence will have the advantage at range. Now, Tszyu will have the youth advantage. He's not even 30 yet. He's 29 years old. Terence is 36, going on 37 years old. So there's always that question, does a fighter get old overnight? With Terence, I don't think he would because he keeps his body pretty healthy. But you never know. You never know. Now, Terence's last fight was against Errol Spence Jr., which we all saw. He dominated. He stopped him in the 9th round, dropped him twice. On the other hand, Tszyu went through a battle. I thought he won. Some people said he fought dirty against Brian Mendoza. I thought it was pretty one-sided, but a lot of people thought it was a hard-fought fight, and that went to decision. Outside of that, you go back. Terence stopped David Avanesian in the 6th round, but there is controversy around that as well because you had the glove malfunction. And then before that, he beat Sean Porter. He stopped him. I picked him to stop him, and he stopped him in the 10th. After dropping him twice in that 10th round, the referee said he saw enough. With Tszyu, his other last 2 fights in his last 3 was against Ocampo. Completely came out, stopped him in the 1st round, destroyed him. Now, Errol Spence also stopped him, but that was way earlier in Ocampo's career. And in my opinion, he looked better at 154 than he did at 147. He looked stronger, but it didn't matter. And then he went in there against Tony Harrison, who beat Charlo. Some people say, truthfully, I'm going to be honest, I thought Tony should have lost that fight against Charlo, but he got it on the scorecards. However, in the rematch with Tony Harrison fought Jermall Charlo, he pretty much was dominating him, and then got caught and got stopped. Charlo took the win. It was a good comeback by Charlo, but Tony was winning that whole fight. Now, fast forward, Tszyu gets in there with him and stops him in the 9th round. So Tszyu really looks like he's starting to hit his stride, starting to hit his coming into his prime. I won't say his prime yet, but he looks like he's really starting to open up to get into his prime. Terence Crawford is a very good counterpuncher, and he can switch feet. Tszyu is a very good pressure fighter, which normally plays into the hand of a counterpuncher. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link real fast, and anybody that wants to hop on can hop on. We can converse about this, go back and forth. But I really like this fight. I think this is the best fight to be made. If you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up. The panel is opening up. Here we go. Who wants to get on? Here we go. If we get enough people, I might even get back on webcam. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Your boy been getting in shape. You know what I'm saying? Got a little bit of muscles. Just a little bit. Not a lot of it. You know, still a little chubby. But he been working on it. But, you know, I may get back on camera. It all depends on how many people we have watching and how many people hop on the panel. So anyways, I digress. Let's give them a few minutes while I shake up my or stir up my BCAAs while people start to hop on this panel. What's going on, Teach? How you doing? Good fight. You got Bud. We gonna talk about it. What's going on, Virtuoso? Crawford versus Tszyu is the more compelling matchup than Bud versus Boots, in my opinion. I agree 1,000% with his comment. I know there's a lot of Boots in his fans. However, Boots, in my opinion, is very unproven. Boots hasn't really beat anybody, and he struggled really bad against Karen, who was a mobile fighter, and Bud is not going to stand there in front of him. On the flip side, Tszyu is a legitimate champion. He won the belt, even though Charlo vacated it to fight Canelo instead of satisfying his mandatory with the WBO. However, Tszyu has also defended his title and beat legitimate 154-pound fighters, especially in a Tony Harrison. So I would say at this point in time, Tszyu is way, way more proven than Boots is, by far. I don't even know if Boots has been a top 10 fighter yet. I can't think of what he has.
He has. What's up, Tony?
Who?
How you doing, Tony?
Good. How about you?
All right.
Who did he beat? That was
fun.
top 10.
That was fun last week, man. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah. But who did he beat? Who did Boots beat? That's a top 10 fighter.
He beat Roman Villa. He was in the top 10.
Oh, that's right. Because Roman Villa made it to the top 10 after he beat Rashidi Ellis, who got robbed. You are correct. He did. Yep. You know, Rashidi Ellis got robbed. I forgot about that, and that boosted Villa.
No. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. I mean, because I remember. I think I don't know if he's still there, but I had a look and he was there not long after during the time that Boots fought him. So but I think that's pretty much it. I don't know about anybody else.
No, you're 1,000% correct. I forgot all about Villa.
Yeah,
I forgot all about that gifted win that he got against Rashidi Ellis.
I've been trying to rewatch that fight and score, but I can't find it nowhere.
Yeah, because they probably deleted it. Because here's what happened. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is my honest to God opinion, right? You had Rashidi Ellis. He stopped the Golden Child, the Golden Boy, and Roca, right? Beat him.
Yep.
Got
then
shelved.
They put him on the shelf. Exactly.
Yep. They put him on the shelf. Then he left. He went to the PBC. Now, if you remember correctly, at that press conference, Boots versus Karen, Rashidi versus Villa, Rashidi was talking about beating him, talking about Boots ducking him. They could have had to fight then, and they were going back and forth, and they saw it. It was like, there's no way we're going to let this dude beat our Golden Child like he did Roca, and they robbed him.
You know what the whole funny thing about the press conference was? Like, I'm thinking, why aren't Boots and Rashidi fighting each other in this event? I would have liked to see that then. I mean, it should have happened then.
I agree.
Because then, Rashidi, dropped the ball and lost to Villa. Now we got to fight, so now we don't get the fight. All he had to do was win, then the fight would have been on. But I'm just saying, I mean, it's like, God, all this marinating bullshit. I'm starting to get sick of it. I really am.
That's why I like the Saudis. Saudis are making it happen.
For real. Seriously. I mean, it's like, now where does Rashidi go from here? What the fuck's he going to do?
He hasn't fought since Villa. It's like they shoved him after he lost to Villa.
Crazy. I mean, I don't understand what why do people keep, I mean, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to be difficult. I really am. I'm really not. But like the PBC, the fight, they got to realize, bro, if you go to the PBC, you're going to remain inactive. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, depending on who you are. I mean,
Yep.
Tszyu been very active, but
Oh no,
outside of him,
but he's not like he's not like really a PBC fighter. He signed he's coach promoted by the No Limit, right, in Australia.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So he could stay active with them. I mean, he doesn't really need PBC. I mean, the only reason he's with PBC is because so we can see his fights here in the States for the most part. So you know,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't even think about that. But Tank stays pretty active too.
he did fight 2 times last year. He did in
Yeah.
a relatively short time span. But how many times is he going to fight this year or before? I mean, before that he was extremely inactive too. I mean, nobody even wanted to see that Hector Garcia fight. Nobody was asking for that. So
yeah, he only did that because Hector beat Colbert. Colbert was never even good with his pink hair. And then this is my problem with Tank. Tank, in my opinion, has not been in a 50-50 fight since Pedraza, okay?
No, he has not.
I'm not saying he's not talented because he is. I'm not saying he doesn't look good to the eye test because he does. But the only other fight that he's had since Pedraza that could have been 50-50 was against Ryan Garcia, and he had to get every advantage that he could to get in the ring with him. And that, to me,
rehydration clause,
shows a lack of confidence.
I mean, like, why are you doing that to a prospect? I mean, the guy's never even been a champion.
Right.
I mean, like, you still probably, honestly, you still probably would have beat him had you not done all that to him.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, but Ryan just messed up with the fact, like, don't take the fight under those circumstances, then complain about it after the fact. Because you know what you were getting into. So now don't like ask.
No, he didn't know what he was getting into. But the problem with Ryan is he doesn't listen to nobody. And Oscar and Bernard both tried to tell him, don't.
They didn't want him to do it. They said, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yep.
And he did not listen. Which I like that he didn't listen. And the aspect of it shows you that if a fighter really wants to fight, the fight's going to happen.
Well, he got paid. He got bank. So
yeah, but
it's hard to say no under those circumstances. I mean, but still, it's like don't Yeah, I mean, but I say you knew what you were walking into because you knew there was a weight, you knew there was a rehydration clause, you knew you were being weight drained, catch weighted, whatever, and you still took it regardless. So don't once you get stopped in the 7th, you pretty much quit. Don't complain about it now and want a rematch.
I agree.
But you knew what this was. You knew what it was, bro.
The problem is he didn't know what it was until he experienced it, and he didn't listen to people who had experienced it before. That's the problem. If he would have listened to them, he would have never taken a fight. But now he's got an O on his record, he's got a loss on his record. His O is gone, and you can't get it back. And Tank will never give him a rematch at any weight. So It was dumb. I mean, yeah, you cashed out, but that's what you did.
But it was stupid. It was stupid. You lost your undefeated record.
And you cashed out early in your career. It's not like you was 36 years old.
Thank you. But whatever. I don't know who he's going to fight.
But yeah, let's go back to the topic at hand. How do you see the fight going? Tszyu, Terence Crawford. Who wins and why?
Okay, so I'm in complete agreement with you. Before I give my answer, I'm in complete agreement with you. I think Spence would lose to them both, though. I mean, but the rematch, and Tim I think would just be too much for him. I mean, because honestly, I think Errol Spence probably might be damaged goods at this stage. I mean, I would like them to get a tune-up fight just to see where he's at. I mean, but really, if he goes in there with a guy at a certain level, what does it really prove? I mean, if you go up there against like a Brian Mendoza, I'm not sure if I would even favor him to beat that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I know he says he doesn't need tune-ups, but he needs a tune-up. He needs to get the ring rust off. Plus, he's coming off all these injuries. I don't know. Like, I can't say that he would lose to a Mendoza, but again, I don't know where he's at physically. You know what I mean? Because
that's what I'm saying. I mean,
I was talking about it earlier with other people. It's like when you really look at it, and I should have looked at it because I didn't. It's like you can only put your body through so much stress before at the elite level, especially in sports, it's going to catch up. And once it catches up, can you reverse it? Because aging and deteriorating is very hard to counteract, to reverse. I mean, there's no fountain of youth. You know what I mean? Unless you're Donaire. Then maybe if you're Donaire, you've drank from the waters. But outside of that, it's very hard to come back from that.
It is very. I mean, but I don't. I mean, because I know. I mean, like that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't have a problem with Spence getting a shot at the one because he's still owed a rematch regardless. I mean, he's still. I mean, even though I think the rematch is going to be one-sided and it'll end the same way the first fight did, if not worse. But who wins? I'd edge Terence. He's just I see him as the more skilled fighter. Even though Tim is, I don't think it's going to be easy. Tim is going to be a handful probably early on. But I just think Bud's versatility, his style, he'll probably much. I see it could go like the Sean Porter fight did. He'll, Tim will have his moments, but Bud will just pick him off with counters. And I think he'll just break him down and probably stop him late.
So, how I look at this is this.
Yeah.
I think it's a very close fight, a lot closer than a lot of people think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a very strong possibility that Terence Crawford loses, because all I hear from people is Terence got dog in him. He's got dog in him. He's got dog in him. That's cool. A Chihuahua is a dog, and it could be the meanest Chihuahua out there. But when a Chihuahua steps to a pit bull, it gets ate. So eventually, you go up where the guys are too big for you. Now, is that 154 for Terence? I don't know. But what I do know is Tim is stopping these big dudes. He's stopping them, and he's relentless pressure. And the thing about it is this. If Terence cannot hurt Tim, how long can a 36, 37-year-old, by the time they do this fight, last with nonstop pressure for 12 rounds?
Yeah. I mean, it's funny you mentioned that, because I heard about what you said earlier about Bud's age. I mean, and like the least thing he could do, I mean, the worst thing that older fighters could do at the stage is being active. And I mean, just with Bud, it's like I haven't really seen any slippage yet. He still looks in top form, I mean, he put in a great performance with Spence last time. Just a lot. I mean, I haven't seen any signs that he's showing his age or slipping. And and if this version, if like a perfectly fine version of him shows up, he's got a chance against him. I really believe that, and I think his power will carry up to 154. I really do. I mean, because this is a guy who used to be a lightweight, but he's moved up to welterweight and stopped everybody he's fought there. Then, I think, honestly, it'll transfer to 154. I mean, the pounds aren't that much. I mean, because I think, honestly, he's kind of busting at the seams to get to 154 anyway. So, I think, I'm not saying it's going to be tough. I mean, Tim is going to be a handful. I mean, he seems to have a good chin on him, until he takes a good punch as well. He was down by Gachet, but that was a flash knockdown, and he got up and just battered him throughout the rest of the fight. Pretty much dominated. Because it's funny, because I remember that fight was on, and I told my pops about it, and he said he saw it. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's fine." He was nervous. That woke him up. That was nerves. That's it. When he got dropped in at first, because that seemed to wake him up. Then after that, he got it together. But yeah. I just think the size is like, I hear you about the size, but it's, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to get.
Let me explain this to you, AJ. All right, this is how I look at it. Hold on 1 second. I got to open up this jar, because I'm the man of the house.
What kind of jar?
Spaghetti jar.
Nice. I was going to give that to my mom for her retirement. She could spend a few years opening it.
If you ever make your girl mad, just tighten up all the jars in the house, and eventually she'll come around.
I mean, it's funny. Like I was at a town. My aunt is staying with a boyfriend of hers, and I went to go see. It's like she always asks me help to open jars, and they're not hard to open at all. It's like I literally take them, and it's like I open them just like that. It's like, you couldn't open this.
Yeah.
But I probably have to move this shit. It's like, are you serious? Like this was that hard to get open?
Yeah, the only thing I sometimes have to do is grab a paper towel if my hands are sweaty, just to get a grip.
Yeah. That shit's annoying, but yeah, continue, sir.
Yeah. But outside of that, I done lost track where we were with opening up the jar. Let me regain my thought process. What I was gonna say. Shit. This is where a playback would be great.
Matter of fact, Kelvin could be onto something, because I didn't score about the Ellis Villa fight. Like, I didn't score on the eye test. I felt Rashidi won. It's like, the thing is, he just didn't get. I mean, if he wouldn't have got dropped twice in the last round, he'd have won it easily.
Yeah, but even with getting dropped twice,
even with the knockdowns, I think he still should have edged it regardless.
He won like 8 of the rounds. Like,
the early
I'm
rounds,
sorry, 2 knockdowns don't overturn 8 rounds.
Yeah. I mean, either way, that's why I really wanted to be watching and score it, because I was curious. I mean, but it looked to me, it's like, I think Rashidi might have got that still. You know what I mean? I mean, because I think this might have scoring, 2 of the judges factored the knockdowns in the fight, and that would have turned the tide if that hadn't happened. But anyway, it is what it is. So,
well, actually, if I remember correctly, if the knockdowns wouldn't have happened, it still could have been a draw. So if
Yeah,
Rashidi
I
dropped,
think
they still would have robbed him.
yeah, even if Rashidi lost the last round, if he would have got a 9 instead of a 7 or whatever it was, yeah, it would have. I mean, because I think it was already a draw on one of the scorecards anyway. It was a majority decision loss. So
check this out. I'm looking at the punch stats, right? And I don't have the CompuBox round by round. I just Googled it really fast. Ellis landed 164 jabs to Villa's 13.
Oh, hell.
Now, listen.
How many power punches?
Power punches. Ellis landed 103 power punches. Villa landed 101.
How much did Rashidi land? Say that again.
103 to 101. Ellis outlanded him by 2 shots.
Oh, wow. Okay. Damn.
So, Ellis completely dominated him in the punch stats. Completely dominated him. Like I said, it was a robbery.
Yeah. Go
ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I wish I could remember where we were before I had to open up that jar. I lost my whole train of thought, what I was gonna say and what we was talking about.
We talking about Terence and Tim?
Terence and Tim, yes, we were, but I don't remember what I was gonna say.
It happens, man. I'm sure we're getting older.
Too old, man. That's what it is, man. Aging out. Speaking of old, did you hear that AB's about to come back, allegedly?
Who?
Adrian Broner.
About billions?
Yep. They talking about him either fighting Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia.
Do what? And do what? Fight?
And fight.
Okay. Well, good luck to him, I guess. I mean, didn't he go to distance with a part-time lawyer the last time he fought?
Yeah, but here's the thing with AB. I'm gonna be 1,000% honest. I truly believe, first off, he needs to go to Ben Davison. Okay, that's where it's at. When you're a fighter like him, you got to go to Ben Davison because this dude does voodoo to you. He does hypnosis. He will get his hands out of his pocket. Okay. If AB would let his hands go, I think he could beat all these dudes at 135, 140.
Yeah, man. I think too much of his prime has been wasted, man. I think he might be gone. Like he might be a faded fighter now, if I'm being honest. I mean, like Devin beats him easy in my opinion. That wouldn't even be competitive. Ryan, I think I'd edge Ryan to beat him. He may struggle a little bit. That's more of a with Devin, it's like an 80-20. With Ryan, it's a 60-40 fight. But by my opinion, they both beat him.
I feel like if he let his hands go, if he would just punch, he could win. Because I've seen this dude literally not throw a punch for 6 rounds and think he's winning the fight, but not get touched.
Well, he could, but it's like the thing is, like, even if he's throwing, like, does he have enough pop to get these guys respect? And I don't think he does at this stage. Like, he's never been a big puncher.
Well, he dropped Porter.
That was what he did, but but that was
he was the first one to ever drop him.
That was his first ever knockdown.
Yeah.
Shit. Damn. Okay. I mean, but I saw this like, but that was a flash knockdown. He did put him down.
I hear you, but this comes back to my point. When he fought Porter, he never let his hands go. Then I think it was like the 11th round. It was somewhere late.
Yeah, it was late in the fight. I remember
the first time and dropped him.
I mean, he pretty much like Porter died, like pretty just dominated the entire. Then out of nowhere, like in I think the 11th or 12th, he just check hook, bam, he's down. But then Porter was back up, and that's it.
But that's my point. If he would just let his hands go, like ever since he lost to McDonough, he just does a Philly shell, like he's Floyd, and doesn't throw punches.
He's never been the same. That's it.
So I don't know, but yeah. So those
but he's not fighting those guys, either one of them. So it is. I mean, he can do a voluntary defense, but they got nothing to gain by fighting him at this stage, in my opinion.
It's just a name for your wrestler.
Well, you know what? He does. They do have something to gain. They could stop him. Then they could be the first ones to do that. But I don't see the fight happening, unfortunately, though.
I'm telling you, man, if AB goes to Ben Davison, he wins.
I doubt it.
Yo, Ben brought Fury back from killing himself, being 800 pounds.
I know he turned AJ into a machine.
Yep. He turned AJ back into AJ.
Look what he's done with Lee Wood. I get it. But I just don't understand.
He also got Josh Taylor too, doesn't he?
He did, but in my opinion, I don't think Josh Taylor really needed him at that stage. I mean, I thought it was kind of odd. I mean, because I think by that point, Josh was a complete fighter. He really didn't need anybody. I mean, he needed a trainer, yeah, but it's like nobody else. I felt nobody else really needed to teach him anything else. Because I think he was with him with the for the Jose Ramirez fight, and I picked Josh to win that. Like, I just figured, he was the better fighter. He had fought the better competition, and that factoring that in, yeah, he won pretty comfortably. I mean, they tried to rob him, but he won.
Yeah, he did, and they did. Also, didn't Ben work with Devin as well?
Yeah, once again, I don't really think Devin needed him. Like, that's why I figured, like, why is he
paying? I'm just saying, like, Ben, like, people shit on this dude, but this dude's been around a lot of premier fighters, and like,
no, he has. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to shit on the guy. It's like, I just figure, like, why is he teaming up with the? They don't really need him, in my opinion. I mean, I figured they were cool without him. I mean, but hey, man,
look like this. Look at every fighter Freddie Roach ever had. They were always established, but Freddie just took them to the next level.
Very true. Very true.
I mean, has Freddie ever built a fighter from the ground up?
No.
Exactly.
I mean, I think he's been with Manny the longest, right? Out of anybody.
Right. I mean, yeah. But Manny had already been winning fights.
Yeah. He just fleshed him out and kind of made him better. So
that's right, man. He's just he's an enhancer. Like, you got people who can enhance, and then you got people who can build. And he's
by the way, what was your prediction for the Wood Warrington fight?
Lee Wood.
By stoppage or points?
I thought it'd be a stoppage.
Okay, yeah, same with me. I just didn't know. I mean, it's like I'll tell you. So I don't know if I told you this, but like, I had actually gotten 3 Lee Wood fights wrong before that Warrington fight. So check it out. I picked Conlon to beat him. I got that wrong. I picked him to beat Lara the first time. I got that wrong. I picked Lara to win the rematch. I got that wrong.
Right. Well, here's the thing with him.
With that Warrington fight, I just said, fuck it, I'm going with Lee Wood by a KO with stoppage.
I was scared, though, because Warrington was schooling him.
He was hurting him, so like piecing him up, all that. But out of nowhere, it's like, this dude is like, you know who he is? He's like the 126-pound, he's the featherweight Rocky.
He is the Rocky. He takes all them shots to the head and then just stops them.
Then out of nowhere, just lets his hands go. Dude's got he's got hammers in his fist, bro. Like, out of nowhere, he just be stopping fools, like, just out of nowhere. I'm like, that's the second time he did that shit. The first time was with Conlon. Then this time with Warrington, just out of nowhere, bam.
Bam. So, done, son, fork in him. Trying to think. So yeah.
By the way, I agree. You saw my comment. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but comment. I saw you like my comment. Mayor got robbed over the weekend.
Yes, she did.
She did. I feel she won.
I'm gonna tell you this, AJ. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. So when I watched the fight, right, I had Mayor winning comfortably, right? But there was a lot of close rounds. Okay, so like normally I'll title videos robbery, right? I said it was a horrible decision, okay? I wasn't into the robbery territory. It wasn't until after the fact I saw your comment, many other comments. I went on Twitter to look, and then all over YouTube, and it's like 95% of all the people out there saying Mayor won. And then, once it gets into that realm, it's a robbery.
Yes. I mean, I saw it, honestly, in my opinion, it wasn't that hard to score. I mean, the only rounds that I thought were close or could have been swing rounds, were rounds 5 and 6. But, I gave Natasha the first in every other round, probably besides 5 and 6. Michaela won that easy for me. I mean, because she backed Natasha up, landed the cleaner shots, got her into the ropes I don't know how many times and just wailed on her. And it's not like Natasha was landing. It's just that Michaela was landing, I felt, the more damaging, cleaner punches.
Yeah. I mean, in the punch that showed that she
landed clearly. Shots. But whatever, that's fine. I kind of feel bad for her now. I mean, even though I don't feel she beat Alicia still. I mean,
she definitely beat her.
That I disagree with. Sorry. I disagree with the first. Well, I mean, it was close, but I still felt Alicia nicked it. I mean, I'm being honest. This is how I saw it. I mean, but this fight she definitely did win, and it's a shame she didn't get it. I mean, because I was figuring like I think I factored in the hometown decision, but I just thought that she would be able to win a cup. Despite that fact, they still found a way to screw her.
Yeah, but I mean, again, I have to restate. I feel like this fight with Natasha, in my opinion, was closer than the Baumgartner fight. I thought it was more.
Really?
I thought she didn't want the Baumgartner fight to prove that she won than she did in this fight. So, I mean, I don't know, man.
And then another crack, man. She deserves a rematch, and she should get another title shot after this by somebody.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think she should.
Who,
My thing is
Michaela?
this. Yeah, my thing is this. You've been in 2 title fights back to back. You was robbed both times, in my opinion. You might as well just retire because you're not gonna win on the scorecards. At this point, you're Lomachenko. They never gonna give you a win. You just gonna lose.
Not unless you go to the States. And and honestly, you've been on the road for a while now. Yeah. When's the last time you fought in the US?
I don't know.
Because after the Bumgarner fight, she had 2 comeback fights, tune-up fights. She went up to weight for 135, then she went to welterweight for the next one. Like I think it. So it was a couple fights she had between that, but still, it's like, yeah, man, she just can't get a fair shake, man. She really can't.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with her. I don't know if it's, and the thing is, she doesn't have the power to knock nobody out. So
she doesn't.
She's never gonna win by knockout.
No.
And I don't know. Like,
because she had Natasha dead to rights on the rope several times. All she has to do is kind of like maybe pin her with a left and kind of probe and kind of just land like right hands and just really mix it up and just really take it to her. Don't let her clinch you because she's clinching to get out the way. Don't stop her from doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Natasha is very crafty too, where she can get out of them ropes, get off them corners, or I should have said it backwards: get out the corner, get off the ropes, and she was landing very good hooks to the body when she would circle away or go into the clinch. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, robbery, I thought it was a bad decision, but after the fact, robbery. But again, I have to come back full circle to where I started with what I said to you. Like, she might as well retire because you're never going to win on the scorecards. And you can only fight to the scorecards because you ain't got the power to stop them.
Yeah. I say, like, she's still young. I say keep going. And, like, maybe if you get jobbed again, then probably call it a career after that. I'd say. If it happens again, then, yeah, you might need to call it.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if she's getting paid good, by all means, keep making your money. But you might as well look at it like this. Your legacy has already been stopped, ruined, and destroyed. So you might as well just start fighting for money at this point.
True. Very true.
I don't get it. Like, I don't get why she doesn't get the decision. I don't understand it.
Hometown cooking?
Well, against Bumgarner, there was no hometown cooking. Like,
well, no, it wasn't. I mean, like, they were 2 away fighters fighting in the, so it was kind of neutral there.
First off, here's what I'm gonna tell you, AJ. First off and foremost, there needs to be no male judges when Alicia fights. First off, because she's always gonna win if you have male judges. Because nobody gonna be watching the fight; they're just gonna be watching cheeks. That's why she plays what she plays. So by default, she's going to win because you're blinded by the cheeks. Like that. That's all they see.
Oh God.
That's it. Like that's her master plan. That is her strategy. Show the cheeks. She come out doing her little dances, and then they already watching. Like, oh shit, it's like we in the club right now. Now we mesmerized by booty. And then
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Because whenever she come out dancing, I'm dancing with her. I get up and I move. So
see, there you go. There you go. She casting a spell. It's over. But yeah. I still don't understand what's going on with her. I don't understand how you're innocent, but you're on probation.
Yeah, well, the WBC, man. I mean, just
we back.
We don't. It doesn't need to be explained, really. So it does not need to be explained. So with them, they just continue to surprise me with just shit they come up with. They really do.
That's why I'm truly hoping right now that we get undisputed at heavyweight, and then the undisputed title takes over, and we get undisputed at light heavyweight. And that title takes over, and everybody throws away the WBC in those 2 weight classes. Like, get rid of that belt. I want to see the IBO become a bigger name belt than the WBC.
Agreed. I think that should be the main one. If I'm being honest, that should probably take over the rest.
It should, because the WBC is full of shit.
WBA too, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, WBC is probably the worst, but the WBA is not far behind them. But the other one is be on some bullshit too. The IBF and the WBO.
IBF definitely be on bullshit because they like to strip champions when they know they're locked into a rematch clause.
And when they have to fight a mandatory and get injured, but everybody gets that treatment except PPC fighters, though. It's okay for them. That's fine. So.
Teach said WBC will never go anywhere. I hope it does, man. That green belt it's not worth nothing no more. It's worthless.
It's like you don't need belts now to put together big fights. You really don't.
No, unfortunately, you just need a name like Tank, and then what do belts matter?
Thank you. I mean, look at Joshua and Ngannou. That's about to go down with no WBT.
That's a real fight, though, AJ. I don't care what you say. That is a real, legitimate fight that Anthony Joshua could very well lose.
I hear you. I don't think he is, but Joshua's not going to make the same mistakes Fury did. And honestly, he's watching an interview. Like I saw him in an interview. I got to watch the whole thing. But he told, I think he's talking to Errol, but he said that I know that. He said something like, I know that. I'm not quoting him verbatim, but he said something like, I know that Francis is like a tough ass or not easy, but I'm not either.
I'm telling you though, man. I'm telling you, this is going to be the first time that AJ has ever fought somebody bigger than him, significantly bigger than him. Significantly bigger than him.
I mean, well, he said, well, I mean, all right, so the thing is, like, the strategy for this fight, I think that AJ just should stick and move box. Like, and if you see an opportunity to go for a knockout, do it. But under any circumstances, like, don't try to clinch this guy or try to make it a strength contest. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that you're going to win that.
No, he's going to get ragged on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just keep it loose, keep it long, use your toes.
I don't think AJ's strong. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's that strong.
Like physically?
Yeah, I don't think he's physically strong. I think he might
punch. I think you're right. Yeah, he could punch. He could punch for sure. He could crack.
Yeah, he could punch, but when it comes to actual natural strength, he has what I call show muscles.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him too many times dominating the clinch. Even Usyk was moving him around in the clinch. And we talking about a guy he outweighed by 15, 20 pounds. Like, you shouldn't be getting pushed around by guys smaller than you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Dillian White was ragdolling him in the clinch way back. Mm-hmm. So I have seen guys move AJ around. He looked strong, but looking strong and being strong are two different things.
I mean, it's like I'm not very muscular, but it's like I could still be stronger than a guy who has muscles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. But it comes down to like aesthetics over performance. You know what I mean? Like, people see a guy who looks like a bodybuilder and they're like, oh, he can lift the gym. But meanwhile, it's the fat dude in the corner that's the strongest one in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So, hold on one second.
By the way, who you got for this weekend? Ryder versus McGear.
I hope Ryder stops McGear.
Me too, but I don't think it's gonna happen, man. I just don't. I mean, do you think he goes the distance?
More than likely, yes, because I don't see Ryder.
Both are tough guys. I mean, both are tough guys. I mean, John is going to distance with a lot of top dudes. Canelo, Ryder, Smith, Jenny Jacobs.
He's not going to get knocked out.
He's tough. He's very durable. Because I thought Canelo was going to stop him. I really did, but that was a surprise to me when that didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, this dude's durable. Like, he's tough when that happened. So
John Ryder is one of them fighters that'll make any fighter look bad. You know what I mean? No matter how good you are, he's going to make it look bad because he's going to give you a rough.
He's that dark horse. He's that dark horse.
He said.
Nah, I mean, because my thing is like,
that's right, man. I doubt it, Teach. I highly doubt it. I don't think he can.
Because my thing is like, because I saw Jaime's last.
Hey, Teach, jump on the panel. My bad.
No, you good. Yeah, man, Teach, come on in. Come on, bro. I'm probably the only black guy who likes Munguia.
Speak for Munguia over here. You the only pro Munguia guy right here.
Not because like I'm going off of Jaime's last fight with Sergey, right? Bro, I thought Sergey was done. I thought he was finished. I thought Jaime would stop him. It wouldn't go long, but bro, he went in there and beat the brake. He was beating the brakes off Jaime.
I still haven't watched.
You haven't seen that? Oh my God, that was definitely a fighter of the year candidate right there. I mean, dude, in round 5, Jaime got pieced up so fucking bad, bro. It's like that warranted that you could argue that should have been a referee wave off. Like, honestly, I mean, like Sergey was beating the brakes off his ass in school. I mean, he gave it the shouts out to Sergey, bro. And it's not even a natural suit. I think that was his first fight at super middle.
It was.
Yeah, and you going in there and now you're going against the legit 168er and John Ryder now. It's like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Shit now.
Here we go. Munguia's only fan.
Hey, what's up, Tony?
How you doing?
Yeah. What's up, AJ?
What up, man? How's it going?
Yeah, man. I love Munguia, man. I think, as I said, I think I'm the only black guy who likes him. I think his style is like exciting. He lacks defense and he has to fix that sooner than later. But his offense is just amazing.
His offense is his defense, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and it's funny because you guys remember the individual named Jim Kelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, that guy was schooling the fuck out of Jaime for that first 4 rounds. Though I'm sitting there watching that shit, laughing my ass off. It's like, what the hell? like,
And I
right after
agree
round
with
4,
you. Yeah.
I started rooting for his ass. I'm like, come on, Jim, let's get it, bro. I'm
Jim
like,
Kelly
this dude's
was
about to be.
showing it. Yeah.
Yeah, but then Jaime came out round 5 and put a stop to that shit. Damn, I was so disappointed. I really was. Damn it. But like you're going in there getting schooled by a guy like that for 4 rounds. I mean,
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at Jaime Munguia like a small version of Zerto. Like
yeah.
he's got a padded record.
Well,
Really,
I mean, wait. Well, Tony, the thing is, he's a smaller version of Zerto minus the everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know about that. Jaime might actually be more skilled than Zerto.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't rate Zerto at all. Like I remember with Shelton Moore. Like I was
I
going
remember. I remember. I remember that he said.
for
I
days.
also knew somebody else who was picking Zerto too, but that's only because he was Mexican. So
The thing with Zerto, in my opinion, is I think he's a good boxer, but he's too up and down for me.
yeah.
Some nights he's very good, and some nights he's just whack, like terrible.
Yeah, but he is so slow. Like this dude goes and rewind. Like he's not even moving forward. It looks like he's running in reverse. Like this dude is so slow. It's
I
like
mean,
if you put Joe Joyce's punch next to Zerto's punch, it would look like Joe Joyce was Usain Bolt. Like that's how slow Zerto is. He's just a
facts.
big dude.
Facts. I mean, like honestly, like his fight would be that was easy for me. Like Bevo Bayou D easy. Like that wasn't even that hard to pick. And Bevo went out there and schooled him for like probably 10, 11 rounds.
Yeah, that's because like whenever Zerto threw a punch, Beeble brought in a dinner tray. He was sitting there watching TV, eating a steak, got up, punched him, went back down to take another bite of his steak, got up, punched him all before Zerto pulled his arm back from the first punch. Like the speed difference was so night and day.
I mean, it was funny. What surprised me is I thought that Zerto would use his size in that. He didn't. I mean, the Bevo was actually the aggressor. He took the front step and was the aggressor throughout the fight.
Yeah.
And Zerto tried to box Bevo. Big mistake.
But am I the only one who thinks Zerto looked good for his cruiserweight debut? Because he did look good, in my opinion.
Oh boy. It might. Well, yeah. It's hard to say. I've seen the fight once. They both kind of look. I gotta see. I'd like to see Zerto in another fight, a cruiser.
Yeah.
But I guess you could say he looked okay.
Yeah, but I mean, he beat Joe Smith Jr., who was like completely annihilated by Beterbiev. So you have to ask yourself, what was left of Joe Smith after taking a beating like he did against Beterbiev?
Well, it only went 2 rounds, so it wasn't much of a beating. I mean,
No, it was that's a really bad beating. When you get beat that bad in 2 rounds, like this dude got completely annihilated.
Yeah, that terrified me. That really did. I mean, see, it's like I was favoring Bevo to beat, but every time Beterbiev just goes out there and just murks dudes, it's like I don't know, man. Like I really don't.
Yeah.
Like I mean, but I didn't think he'd do that to Joe that quick. I thought he'd get him out late. Really, I really did.
And you got to understand.
watching.
What's that, Teach?
Oh, I was watching a small clip today of Joe Smith, and he was talking about the fight between Beterbiev and Bivol. And interestingly enough, he said that Bivol was his hardest fight.
Oh wow!
Ow, Sway, you ain't got the answer. Ow, like yo, wait a minute. He went all night long with Beeble and got stopped in 2 rounds against Beterbiev, and Beeble was the hard. I guess it was a harder fight because he.
Well, I mean, one thing about it from his perspective, because like it really ended before Joe Smith could do anything in the Pater, so he really didn't get to try anything. I mean, but with Bevo, then with the full 12, so that's when we really got to see him. So maybe in a way, it does kind of make sense, I guess. So,
but there's like a common thing that I've been seeing, like being spoken about, and Joe Smith said the same thing too. He said Beterbiev is a more sharper, accurate puncher, and Bivol is a better boxer.
Oh yeah,
So
sure.
I've been hearing that. Yeah.
I don't even see how you can say that. Like, so this is what I look at. When Joe Smith Jr. fought Beeble, right? It went all 12 rounds. Now, this was a more primed, I would say, Beeble and a more primed Joe Smith, okay? Now, Joe Smith hurt Beeble more than once in that fight. Like he
I,
won rounds.
I just kind of once at the end of the 10th when he caught him.
He caught him more than once. And the thing about it is this. It went all 12 rounds. Like it was competitive at times, not the whole way through, because Bivol beat him for most of the rounds, but there was rounds that was competitive. He caught him. Beterbiev, he couldn't even hit him. He was just getting popped and countered and blocked. Like I don't understand that. Like I'm sorry. If a dude knocks me out in 2 rounds and I can survive 12 with another, ain't no way I'm gonna say that the dude I went 12 rounds with is a better boxer.
Well, I mean, I think okay, so I agree with that assessment. Bivol is a better boxer, but Beterbiev just hit so much fucking harder. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that Beterbiev can't box either. He could. I mean, when he needs to, pretty effectively. But that's not his normal. That's not how he fights. He's normally a calculated, heavy-handed pressure fighter.
I think what made it a hard fight for Joe Smith in the Bivol fight is that he got frustrated, and you know when you get frustrated, it's like things are just harder for you.
Yeah.
But in the Beterbiev fight, there's no frustrated. He just got straight knocked out, so he didn't have anything to say there.
I mean, think about it. It's like, I mean, I get frustrated if I'm trying to hit a guy who's constantly outboxing me and countering me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, my thing is this. Everybody gets so captivated by these stoppages that Beterbiev has. Yes, he stops everybody that he fights. I get it. But he doesn't do it by power. Like, he doesn't do it Deontay Wilder style, the way he catches you and then the fight changes. Every person he stopped, he's done it by outboxing them. Even whenever you had Brown in there trying to stay on the back foot, keep away from him, had his head cut, he cut off the ring and trapped him to where he couldn't go nowhere. Like, against Callum,
I mean, but his power does play is a defining factor though in him doing that though.
It does, but the difference in him in a lot of knockout artists is he never loads up. Everything he throws is hard, but he has touch. He throws quick jabs, quick straights. He never overcommits. He never rears back and really goes at you until he hurts you. So, in my opinion, and y'all can both disagree with me, and I know y'all are, I truly believe Beterbiev has the higher IQ and he's more technical than Bivol off what my eye test has shown me.
And you think he has better footwork too, correct?
Yes.
No.
Really?
I'm telling you, I hope this fight gets made. I heard an interview with Bivol today, and it sounded like he did not want the fight. It sounded like this fight.
What did he say?
You just had to hear it. Is the way that he was talking, it sounded very unsure of going after Beterbiev.
Don't do this.
He was
now,
talking about how he got the IBO title against Arthur, and he was happy to get it, but
he was happy to get it.
Yeah, he was happy to get the IBO because it gives him another title, but he did not sound like he was ready to get in the ring with Beterbiev. And all that talk about he's already signed his end of the contract, I don't believe, because after Callum Smith lost, Eddie Hearn was ringside, Bob Arum stated no contracts had been signed. He literally said no contracts have been signed. You haven't heard Eddie refute what Bob said, and Bob said we're going to try to make the fight next. I do not believe they want to fight him.
Well, I hope that's not true, man. Honestly, it's like if this fight does not go down and Bivol's to blame, I would be disappointed. Really am. I mean, because this is kind of like where Spence and Crawford was. I mean, how long has this fight been in demand now?
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Tszyu.
Now, but what I was going to say is that with Saudi, I mean, this just eliminates the promotion. I mean, Eddie Hearn and Bob Arum doesn't have to go at it. They just have the money to do it. So what's the problem?
Eddie doesn't want him to lose. This is what happened. Okay, I know what happened. Eddie thought what I thought. I thought Beterbiev was going to win, but I thought Callum Smith had a shot, and I thought the gauntlet was going to be laid. I thought it was going to be a real tough fight for Beterbiev, right? That he was going to get him.
Wasn't.
I know, but what Eddie was thinking is we're going to put Callum Smith in there with him. He's going to lose, but he's going to beat Beterbiev up to soften him up for Bivol. What Bivol and Eddie didn't expect was Callum Smith didn't do shit but get dominated from round one.
Yes, he did. Now his brothers keep saying, "Oh yeah, he was on something."
Look, this is the problem. Like atypical fighting does not mean you're on anything.
No, I know.
Right. But I'm gonna say for all the listeners, all atypical means is one of two things. One, your test and HGH levels were too high, higher than the average, which means it could have only been 1 point over what the average is, or it could have been below. If it would have been below, it's still an atypical finding because it's not within normal range. So that is not conducive to a PED. A PED is they found this metabolite, this chemical in your system, not raised levels or lower levels of whatever, because they never released if it was raised or lower. We don't know. We just know it was atypical to the average person of his age. So again, I don't know.
He wasn't on nothing.
I don't believe he was.
I don't think so either. Guys, just these Chechens, man. They fucking they're no joke, bro.
This man grew up wrestling bears. Like, come on. Of course he gonna have atypical findings.
Please, I know for real. I wouldn't do no shit like that.
This fight to me, it's just such a 50-50. Like before, I had Better Beef like knocking him out and just stopping him easily. But then ever after the Canelo fight, and the way that I see how Bivol could just move so fluidly, man, I kind of changed my pick to Bivol. Still think it's 50-50. Anybody could win, but
Now you're not sure, huh?
Yeah, just give that slight edge to Bivol.
Yeah.
Both they have good IQ. The thing that separates both of them, one has power, and one just has very good movement. And from what I saw, what Yard did to Better Beef, he was actually outboxing him. And Tony, I think you made it live maybe a few days ago. Was it you? I think you mentioned that Yard was pretty much leading on 2 scorecards, which he was. I don't know if it was you. It might be somebody else.
No. You're right. He was. I thought that was BS. The Turbio was
Tony, right?
ahead of the stoppage.
Yeah.
He was leading, but again, that was that hometown
cook in effect. Yeah, correct.
But but from what I saw and from what I watched, I thought Yard was doing his thing before the stoppage too.
He was.
And then
if
Yard could do that before, he has discipline to do that for 12 rounds.
See, the thing is, it was Anthony's style that gave him so much issues. I mean, like his athleticism, his hand speed, and also he has power too. He could punch too. So
it was his strength and his size and him coming forward at him like a bull. Like he's not used to people coming at him like that. But Bivol has none of those attributes that Anthony Yard has.
He has a high punch output though, which could keep Better Beef honest. And the thing is, every time Better Beef would try to apply pressure, Bivol has this step back, right? And then he counters you on the way back sometimes. He's a very good mid-range fighter, in my opinion.
If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Better Beef have the longer reach?
I'm curious. Let me look that up.
I'm pretty sure Better Beef has the longer reach. I think Bivol's slightly taller than him by like maybe a half an inch. Yeah. I think Bivol's 6 foot. Better Beef's like 5'11" and a half.
Oh, they're both 6 feet.
Huh?
They're both 6 feet.
I thought Better Beef was like.
I thought Better Beef was 5'11", but I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was 5'11" and a half. But I believe Better Beef's got the longer arms by like an inch. I think Better Beef has a 73-inch and Bivol's got a 72. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong.
You're right about Bivol's got 73. I'm checking Bivol's now. Hold on. Let me see.
Better Beef 73, so Bivol's got a 72.
You're correct. Yep. He does have by an inch, So.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Personally, I just think this is a 50-50. Man,
I agree.
Y'all both are right. It's a 50-50 on paper, but in my opinion, in my mind, bruh, I
mean, but here's the thing: even though Bivol can't punch as hard as Beverly, he's still got respectable power. Let's not forget, because he still has a lot of very impressive KOs and stoppages. I mean, so it's not like he's feather fisted entirely. And I know it's been a long time since he got a stoppage, but he still has. He still can't crack a little bit, just a little bit.
He took some bombs from Canelo too. Can't forget that.
Yep.
But granted, Canelo tried to break his arms instead of his face. But
Yeah, and all he did was bruise his arm, really.
I mean, this is what I look at. And then I'm gonna get to the question that Reese said. I think Reese left. I was gonna comment on this. But you gotta understand something. Atypical findings, right? This dude is not human. He is a fucking Yeti that they found in the Russian mountains, and they shaved him every time he gets into the ring. This dude is not a human. He is some type of Yeti. So I know if a normal person jumps in there and fights a gorilla, they're gonna lose. I don't care who it is. Mike Tyson wanted to fight a gorilla. They didn't let it happen because the gorilla would have ripped him limb from limb. And Bevo, he's gonna find out when you go up there against a mountain Yeti, you're gonna lose. It's different. And
I mean, bottom line, may the best man win. I got no horse in the race. I just want to see.
I agree with you. Let the best man win. I can't see Bevo beat.
I just want to see the damn fight, man. Shit, that's
you'll see it. They're gonna wait till Better Be gets like
because like literally, there's no more competition at 175. These two have to fight. Everybody's been cleared out pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, but big, I guess, important question. Do you think there would be a rematch clause in this fight?
Oh,
potentially,
maybe
because is Eddie Hearn involved? So probably because he's the king of rematch clauses.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, like, but if the fight's one sided, I wouldn't want to see it though.
I mean, in my opinion, though, you got one guy with 3 major titles, one with 1.
Yeah.
If there's going to be a rematch clause, it should come from Better Be wanting it. But if Bevo wants it, I think it's dumb. Like, if Better Be don't want a rematch clause, it shouldn't be.
I think Bevo has more big name value because of the win over Canelo, you know? So that kind of maybe evens it out a bit.
I guess maybe. I don't know.
I would agree with Tony on this one, just because I think Better Be, I mean, he fought the tougher opponents to get those belts, in my opinion.
Yeah. Who'd he beat? I'm trying to think of the champions he beat. Then he got the IBF that was vacant. Then he beat Vostik, then Smith. Okay, yeah, that's fair. And I don't think Bevo ever he never beat a champ. He was upgraded and has just retained it ever since.
Yeah. But I'm in agreement. Like the guy with the most belts should probably be the A side. I mean, but then again, it doesn't really matter because when it comes to big name value, you know, you got these cash cows with bigger names coming in. They get all the just the A side shit. Look with Canelo. How the challenger gonna get a rematch clause against the champion? Fuck out of here. I know. Whenever you fight Canelo, it's Canelo's way. Kelvin
has Brutus to deal with.
I'll hop over this. Kelvin, I don't know if the winner would fight Opataya because I'm not 100% convinced that Opataya can beat Breedis.
Oh, I am.
They just made that fight. Breedis and Opataya, they're fighting.
You ain't confident, Tony? I am. This time I think he'll stop him.
Yeah. I'm with Jaron this
time. Many people can argue that Breedis should have won that fight. Not only should he have won that fight, but he was beating the brakes off of Opataya come down the stretch, and he broke his jaw. He broke his jaw.
Opataya doesn't mean he won though.
Yeah.
This time he gonna put it right and get that belt back in a rematch. Watch it. I'm picking Jay by stoppage this time.
We're gonna see.
Yeah, I think he's gonna make this right with the stoppage.
Yeah, because he just been on a tear lately, man. Like I know the opposition hasn't been there, but still, you know, you can't. But he's been active. He's fought while Breedis hasn't since that loss, and now he's 38, going on 39.
That's true. That's very true. But sometimes
that's the reason I'm picking Jay to win. I mean, right now he's in his prime, 28, coming off good wins, been active, while Breedis hasn't done shit since he lost, and now he's in his late 30s.
Yeah, well, he was supposed to fight Opataya, but Opataya dropped that title to be on that Saudi Arabia
card. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I mean, this is. I see. This is the thing. Like, I think I was talking about. I don't know why they just like didn't let Jai just keep the belt. Then he defends it because now they're gonna fight for the vacant belt again anyway. So.
Well, I thought Breedis had the belt. I thought because he refused to fight as mandatory.
That's for the vacant title. It's for the vacant title. The rematch is
vacant now.
Yeah, whatever. Either way, it's no different than the belt being on the line around either one of their waists. It doesn't matter. What's going on, Boxiana? What is this picture?
Tszyu, you got this weekend for Munguia Ryder.
Oh,
you got Munguia, right?
Sure. Munguia by stoppage.
By stoppage, okay.
Yeah.
Hop on the panel. One more person hops on the panel. I'm gonna take my ass back on webcam for the first time in a long time. I haven't been on webcam in so fucking long, so long. But
Yeah, man,
I want to get to this question though. Let's go back to this. Why can't Boots get an opportunity? Because I completely
he's been
left
given
Boots
opportunities. He's been given opportunities.
Exactly. He got a free belt. He got a gimme belt. He literally look. He had 2 opportunities to already fight Terence Crawford with the WBO. He was his mandatory. He said, "I didn't want to do that." Then after he was no longer the mandatory, he could have fought him over there on BLK Prime. Exactly. We didn't have to fucking see Abanesian. So Boots turned that down, and now we to believe that he needs a 3rd chance. Nah. Look, Terence
and him being upgraded, i.e., email, that is his 3rd opportunity.
There it is.
So yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Please.
All right, let's go.
When the fuck is Boots gonna fight next? I mean, come on, man. Like
I honestly don't know what Boots is gonna do.
Well, there he is.
They've been playing back on that Jack Reacher muscle. Y'all see that? Ah, they getting big over here.
Did you see Langston beg like a bitch?
Huh?
Did you see Langston beg like a bitch in a season finale?
I have not watched the season finale. Thank you for ruining.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was gonna watch the last episode tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, you know he begged. I didn't say anything else. But just I didn't say nothing else.
Now I already know Reacher wins. He gets all his friends back. All the homies come back.
Well, I mean, it's been renewed for 3rd season, so of course he's going to live through it. So
he said he was begging like a bitch. You know, Reacher don't play that. He gonna kill you. He got that. Got a call. Hey, I've heard that all my life, even when I was skinny. That's all I'm saying.
Got to call you Huge Tone now. So you still haven't seen The Punisher, I take it.
I'm not watching The Punisher. I told you.
Tony, this is going to continue. This is going to continue until you. This is going to continue.
No, man. You gave me a good show on Reacher. I love Reacher. Reacher is probably the best show out. However, I am not watching The Punisher. I am not watching a guy that I could put in my pocket. I'm not doing it. He's too small.
Teach, back me up on this one, man.
I've seen a few episodes of Reacher, but not The Punisher. So
there we go. Teach us what I'm talking about. Don't even get The Punisher.
Hey, just because he hasn't seen it doesn't mean nothing. Y'all both should watch it.
She said we don't watch no anime. You got an icon of an anime character, and she talking about we don't watch no anime. That's all I watch is anime. Like, come on now.
Dragon Ball Z and Afro Samurai are my 2 favorite animes.
Dragon Ball, I used to like that as a little kid. Like, Dragon Ball was so good that you would get amped up just to watch them talk for 5 episodes to watch 20 seconds of fighting. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Like, Dragon Ball was so good, we would literally watch Goku be like, lend me your power! And he would charge up for 2 fucking episodes just so we could see that spirit ball fly.
Facts. I remember coming home in the 90s, bro. That shit was just on. Like, I just had to put everything down and just watch that shit.
I loved Dragon Ball as a kid. Like, I don't like Super. Super was trash. I didn't even like. I watched a couple.
Oh no, hey, Super was good, bro. Like the Tournament of Power, like that.
Man, that shit was trash.
Nah, bro, come on,
That shit was trash.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And I ain't seen the new one either, where they had like Golden Piccolo or some shit. I ain't even watched that.
Oh yeah, that movie was bad. That was bad. Dragon Ball Superhero, that was bad. Don't watch that. Don't watch that. But the movie was good. Dragon Ball Super Broly, like they did a reiteration of Broly. That was cool. I like that one. But hey, Tony, do you remember? You remember the Fat Boo, right?
Chocolate.
Yes, I mean you remember the part where me eat you up, me eat you up.
Yo, Fat Boo was the most disrespectful character that's ever existed. Like, ever existed.
Really, for real. And the thing is, like, his innocence, like, just really caught you off guard. You know, like, you don't know what the hell he was gonna do.
But you know what, though, man? Thank goodness Hercule was there to save everybody from Boo and Cell.
Oh, fuck out of here.
If it wasn't for fucking Hercule, we all would have been dead. All of us.
Well, Boo, yes, Cell, no. I mean, that was some bullshit from when he did that. And he never got exposed for that shit, man. I was pissed off, like for real.
He was the last man standing. When the cameras came in, he was the last one in the ring.
Don't matter. We know who saved the day. We know Gohan should have deserved that credit.
I haven't been on Black Butler. I haven't watched that, but let's see. Oh my gosh, I watched some. Like right now, what I'm watching is Adam. The episodes are very long. They're 1 hour each. It's very good. It's only one season. That's what I'm on currently. But like Goblin Slayer, fucking Sword Art Online.
By the way, Tony, have you seen the Marvel animes or no?
Nah, I never watched the Marvel animes.
Those are pretty good. They did 40, did Blade, X-Men, Iron Man, and Wolverine.
I know they did like the What Ifs too.
Yep, those.
Like,
yeah.
The only Marvel ones I've seen is back from the 90s, the X-Men. That was good. Or the old school Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know what they're on now, but like those are the only like Marvel I ever watched.
I think they got the first Blade one on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. But it's pretty good. Pretty good. Check it. Yeah.
I'm still mad that Wesley's not coming back as Blade. I'm still sour about that.
Bro, that movie's never coming out.
Well, he said he doesn't like the script, and that's why.
I mean, because they cast what's the guy's name? Mahershala Ali to play him.
Yeah.
And bro, this dude's about to turn 50 years old.
He is. So they might as well use Wesley.
I mean, and I was thinking about it because they first announced him like 5 years ago, and even then I thought the guy he was kind of old and like because he kind of like I could kind of see that. I'm kind of curious to see what he would bring to the role or to the table. But now, like since they taking so damn long to get the film made, you're right. They might as well just bring back Wesley to do it. They could de-age him with CGI.
They don't need to. They don't need to de-age him. Blade ages like a normal human.
Oh yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't live up. Oh yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a very good anime. Very good anime. That's what regular is talking about. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Okay.
Yo, it is.
Guys, I'm gonna have dinner. So
all right, Teach. Appreciate you.
Teach, man.
Nice talking it up for you guys.
For sure. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, JoJo is the most sus-looking characters you will ever see in your life, but it is a very good anime.
JoJo.
Yeah, right. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. You gonna see how they look.
Also, Devil May Cry was pretty good too back in the day. I saw that.
Yeah, I never watched that. I never played the video game either.
I mean, honestly, it's kind of like Blade because the dude's half demon, half human or whatever. So I kind of compared it to that, and he hunts demons. So I thought it was kind of like a Blade knockoff, pretty much.
Right.
A Blade ripoff, more or less.
But yeah, like I just wish Wesley would come back as Blade. Whenever I think of Blade, I think of Wesley Snipes. Snipes.
Dude, he's the quintessential Blade. Dude, nobody's gonna overshadow that performance, man.
They're not. The thing about it is he played Blade so well that they changed what Blade looked like in the comics to look like Wesley.
Literally, and honestly, I think they revamped his powers because like originally he was just like he was a human with vampires, but he had no like vampire powers, but he was a hunter. But like they revamped that when the movies came out to like him actually being like half vampire and actually having like super strength and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, and honestly, I wanted to see another Blade movie with Wesley to erase the travesty that was Blade Trinity.
Yeah, and the thing is if Wesley would have had it this way, that movie would have never had that director, and it would have gone a different direction.
Yeah.
And really, truthfully, if you look at the script that he pitched, because I looked in, I heard Wesley talk about it, looked into it a while back. It would have matched up to what Marvel's doing now, because every Marvel movie is "I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar." They're the number one character. Well, what Wesley wanted to do was
the MCU. So
yeah. But Wesley would have started that because what he wanted to do was he wanted him to have a final role as Blade, and he had a daughter that was going to take over.
Ah, nice. Okay.
But it got scrapped. They never made it. But I don't know. Like I said, if there was no Blade, there would be no MCU. There would have been no Amazing Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
Blade was the catalyst. That was the catalyst for everything. Yes. It was.
The first successful superhero movie ever was Blade.
Facts.
And then they gonna pick him out his own movie. That don't make no damn sense. That's like that reminds me of like how they did Hellboy. They did Ron Perlman dirty. Like, how you gonna bring this dude
Oh,
from Stranger Things is Hellboy and make the worst movie ever? Like, come on, man. Y'all disrespected the fucking role.
Well, that's just proof Hollywood. They don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because like recently, what's that show? The Echo TV show, the new Echo show.
I haven't seen it.
You probably shouldn't. But I mean, bottom line, literally, the creator of that show said, "Oh, Echo's powers are lame, so we changed them for the show."
Wow.
I'm like, huh? Like, okay, all right, whatever. Well, don't try to blame us if we can't stand it. We hate this shit. Then that's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying? So, but bro, it's like, well, never mind. You haven't seen Daredevil, so I can't go into depth. But
yeah, I mean, you could go into depth because I'm never gonna watch it. Look. Here's the deal. Okay, I'm a big dude. Okay, I'm very confident in myself. In a real confrontation, I don't care who it is. I'm very confident in myself. Okay, I have to believe that it would be a real fight if this dude ran up on me. And when I look at the Punisher, I'm like picking my teeth, getting hungry. Like I got a toothpick in my mouth. Like, yo, this dude food. Like, I'm not gonna believe it.
But I'm just telling you, like, the show really goes into depth about how he can do what he can do and how he's so dangerous, despite like his lack of size or whatever you want to call it. I mean, like the way they introduce him in Daredevil, it's like, I mean, dude, it's like one of the sickest intros you'll ever see. Like first, like they don't even show the guy's face for like several, like, you know, just until like several points. It's like he's just kind of like a mythic type like figure. They think he's like literally like a one-man army or new gang who moved into and is destroying and tearing shit up, but he's just one guy. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but this is like the argument that people have with Bruce Lee, believing he could beat anybody, even though he fought nobody. Like, you're too small. You too small. You're not gonna do it. You're too small.
Okay. All right. Do you still think the same way about Daredevil or just the Punisher, or just both of them?
I mean, here's the deal. Okay, I didn't watch Daredevil, but at least with Daredevil, he has powers. Okay, he can hear.
He has abilities. Yeah,
right.
He
can hear so well. He pretty much can predict everything that's going to happen around him before it happens, and he's extremely agile. The Punisher is just some angry dude running around fighting people. That's all he is. There's no background powers. Like, he's just a normal dude who's mad, who fights people.
Well, I mean, that's because something very bad happened to him. Like I mean, that's why he's doing that, and the show goes into great depth on like why that is, more or less why he's so angry and why he's doing. See,
he's angry. His whole family.
Regulator, thank you for backing me up, bro, my guy. Look at that. See that?
I mean, look, the first movie was good. The second one was kind of trash, but the first one with that dude, if he was playing in the series, I would watch it. I would believe it because he's a bigger dude.
I mean, all right. So like, okay, at least check out Daredevil, and then like the Punisher is introduced in the second season. Then like they gave him his own show, but I'm just saying, but his arc in the second season was good. That was pretty much his origin story, and like him and Daredevil, they butt heads. They kind of go at it a little bit, but just check out. I mean, just watch the first season first, see what you think, or just at least the 2 episodes. I was looked after the first 2 episodes.
I'm gonna tell you, my favorite Marvel series was Luke Cage season 1. There's no better Marvel series than that. The first season.
Oh no. In my opinion, like here's how I'd rank the Marvel series, the Netflix series. They're all on Disney Plus now, but Daredevil first, The Punisher second, Luke Cage third, Jessica Jones fourth, Iron Fist 5, and then you know the Defenders. You could kind of like just throw that in anywhere, like. But I mean, just that's how I'd rate the individual series if I was to rate them.
Yeah, for me, you know.
I mean, Luke Cage was good. Luke Cage was good. I mean, I'm not saying it wasn't, but I just enjoyed Daredevil and the Punisher a lot more, man. Just higher stakes in the drama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I like everything. I like the atmosphere. I like the location, being from New York. It's in New York. I like music.
All the shows take place in New York.
Yeah, like the music was on point in Luke Cage in the first one, not the second one.
No, it's not. Now that nightclub, Harlem's Paradise, where artists would be performing and shit. Yeah.
It's like the second one, to me, they changed it to be more open to other people versus what it should have been based around. Like, I don't care if you can't relate to it. If you can't relate to it, you can't relate to it. Don't change the show to be more open to other people because they just don't get it. I don't like that.
I mean, I think it became. I think the second season became more commercialized.
That's what I'm saying.
Probably just commercialized. That's the word you're looking for because like it just came. I mean, I think it's dealt the fact with Luke Cage is kind of like a celebrity like figure now, like a Harlem, pretty much. And I think the show kind of suffered because in the first season it was kind of like he was cool when he was low key just helping people, like on the down low, you know.
Yeah.
The regulator, yep, he already knows the shows. I never finished Down Fist Street. So that's the weakest one. That's what I thought. So second season was a little better, but it was not by much though. So
let me see. The only Marvels that I saw was I saw WandaVision.
Okay.
Luke Cage.
I mean, hey, right quick, Tony. You know what the best quote about WandaVision is?
What's that?
At the end when the the black chick, right, who got powers.
Yeah.
They'll never know what you gave up for them or what you sacrificed for them. I'm like, wait a minute. You're fake children.
Yeah.
You held the child hostage to create a fake family, and that's what they'll never forget. Like that you sacrificed.
Gave up her kids, man. She gave up her kids.
They were real. I'm like,
I mean, they were real. They were real, but they weren't. They were, but they weren't.
They weren't.
They were, but they weren't.
Anyway, go ahead. So that the number one WandaVision. What up, Pride?
Yeah. Kelvin, I watched Loki as well.
That was good. Yeah. I just finished the second season not too long ago.
See, I haven't watched the second season. I just watched the first one. But that show's dead in the water because Jonathan Majors is gone. Yeah.
So now they got to come up with, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. Kang, like what, recast the role and get rid of him or what? Like.
I don't know, but I ain't never seen somebody run from somebody and then that's assault. Like, I've never seen somebody run from somebody for several city blocks and still be found guilty of assault. Like, you are literally running from this person.
I know why. I mean, I won't state why.
Well, you know why, I know why, and everybody else knows why.
Yeah, we all know why. But
like Deontay Wilder says, what's known doesn't need to be said.
Yeah. I mean, but
to this day.
To this day. When we talk about we fighting, man. But anyway, keep going, Tony. So WandaVision, what's next?
And Loki. Those are the only three I watched.
WandaVision, Loki, and what else?
Luke Cage.
You guys don't mess with What If, the What If series?
No, I never watched it.
Oh, bro, you got to watch the fact.
Yeah, the What If series is fire.
Yeah, those are pretty good. I like those. They like a lot, like literally like a lot of what if scenarios, and they really go into depth with them too. But bro, you gotta get on that Falcon and the Winter Soldier, my man.
Anthony Mackie. Look, man, I got issues with Anthony Mackie.
Here we go. What did he do to you now?
He ruined my show. He made the first season of Altered Carbon was so good, and then he came in the second season and ruined my show. Like,
I never watched that show. I've been meaning to watch that for the longest time.
I feel the same way. I actually do feel the same way as you. I think he also ruined Altered Carbon as well.
Damn. Okay, because who was the main? Because I know the premise of the show. Who was the main in the first?
What's his face? He's that Swedish actor. He was.
Joe Kinnaman. Joe Kinnaman.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, did you watch the animated one, Tony, as well? Because there's the animated Altered Carbon as well.
Yeah, I saw the animated one as well. Yeah.
That was not half bad. I actually like that one too.
No, it wasn't bad at all.
Okay, so all right, so we can roll out the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Anyway, I still enjoyed it just for Bucky as well. He was cool. Let's see, Hawkeye. You haven't seen that as well?
No.
Moon Knight. How about that one?
Yes, I forgot about that. I saw it. I saw Moon Knight. Yes, I watched them all.
Yeah, I like Oscar Isaac. He's a good actor, so I think he's cool.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have a boxing related question? Did you guys not talk about Apataya allegedly knocking down Tyson Fury?
Oh yeah, I heard about that this morning.
What?
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Prodigal. I'll let you cook.
So, word on the street is you know how Opetaya was in Dubai training with Tyson Fury, but he was only there for I guess like 5 days or so. And then he got he just left because from his frame of reference is that he didn't have enough orthodox like sparring partners because clearly Usyk is a southpaw. So Tyson Fury is training with nothing but southpaws. But apparently they did 5 rounds, and within those 5 rounds, Opetaya knocked down Fury. And then shortly after that, he got dismissed from the camp and is now back in Australia.
Oh, Tony, how's that Fury pick going for you?
Oh shit!
But Opetaya is crazy though. People like underestimate him. He has nothing behind his eyes. He's like a crazy dude.
I mean, Prodigal, no cap, bro. I saw a photo with this dude like going back. He looked like he wanted to like choke some woman or something, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He's just like a scary guy. He's like really spiteful in the ring.
He's
like,
not going to beat him out in that rematch. He's knocking him out in a rematch.
I don't know, man. That's a bad look. Because like I said, I had to come back to Breeders, who Usyk beat. Usyk took his own.
That was how long ago, though? That was Breeders in his prime.
No. What I'm saying is Breeders broke Opetaya's jaw. Like, he broke his jaw. And he was beating him down the stretch. And that dude was beating up Tyson Fury? Oh, that's not a good look. That's not.
But one could say that's a different Opetaya back then because that's Opetaya like in his like showcase, right? But now he's like a different animal because he's feeling himself right now. Mm-hmm. Like he's riding a high right now. My man is devastatingly knocking out. Okay, one could say the guy, his competition's been limited, but Breeders is only getting older, and who says he has the heart anymore? Because he was talking about cashing out, fighting Jake Paul. So hey.
Thank you. Prodigal, I literally said the same thing. Literally, like just not word for word. I said the same thing.
He'd been one of that Jake Paul fight even before he lost to Opetaya. But
an idiot. When he lost, it's like that's what you get for. I'm like, I didn't feel sorry for him when he lost. I'm like, that's what you get for obsessing over YouTubers.
I'm just crazy. It's crazy to be he's fighting over his same belt. What was the point of IBF stripping him?
Thank you. I said that too. Might as well have just let him keep it.
Well, I guess it just ensures that he has to fight Breeders this time around because
he would have done so. All he wanted was another. I think Breeders. Breeders said they were fine for him to fight the Mask of Zorro guy. So
yeah, he could have fought him though instead of Zorro. We could have had that fight in Saudi instead of fucking Zorro.
I think wasn't Breeders injured or something. I think. That's why it didn't happen. I think that's what I heard. I mean, but he said he was cool to have him do it as long as he fights him next, which he was going to.
I thought Opetaya just straight turned it down.
No.
Breeders was injured, I believe.
Yeah. So knowing that Breeders like he was go ahead to let the fight. I don't know why they just.
But he was mandatory. But I guess he didn't get any step aside money, or if he did get step aside money, the IBF just wasn't having it.
You see this shit right here that Kelvin wrote, not too late to jump on the Usyk hype train.
It's not too late. He's right. It's not too late.
Bruh. Nah.
It's not looking good if Tyson Fury is getting knocked down by Opetaya.
By cruiserweights and sparring.
I hope this right here was reported by CNN and it's fake news. I really hope it's not real. Because if
he got dismissed from the camp. That's kind of crazy.
Now, I mean, we all know Fury's a fucking lunatic, so if him to throw somebody else at a training camp.
That's not
it was hard sparring, allegedly. It was hard sparring. It's the type of sparring that you got to get, see where you're at.
Could it? Let me just say this hypothetically, because, I mean, judging off of what I've seen from Deontay Wilder at the upper echelon, I can't really rate him that high. However, could have Wilder actually taken it all out of Fury in those 3 fights?
Well, yeah, I could say that because it's been like kind of a up and down situation, like knocking down. He got knocked down multiple times. Yeah, so
the second fight, no, because he didn't even take any damage in that second fight. Really, I mean,
so not the second one, but the third one he got dropped twice.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like as concussive as like when he first got knocked down in their first fight.
Yeah, especially in that 12th round. I don't know, man. Like, seeing Ngannou drop him, and now you talking about Opataya dropped him. Like, what the fuck?
But Fury's punch resistance has always been like, not in terms of getting like knocked out, but it's always been questionable. Like, freaking when he was a cruiserweight too. SSS Cunningham, he knocked him down too, dropped him heavy.
And the guy Nevin Pikich, who wasn't a big puncher.
I understand that, but like, gosh,
so he's always been susceptible.
The thing about Opataya is, yes, he beat Breeders, but outside of Breeders, he ain't beat nobody. And in that fight, it was a fucking war. Like, it was a war. And you mean to tell me this dude who's brand new to cruiserweight, not like literally brand new, but at the top, brand new to being a champion, just beat a nobody in Zorro, is dropping the ATG heavyweight champion in sparring?
Wait a minute, Tony. Did you just call him an ATG?
He is an ATG.
No, he's not.
I mean, he kind of is.
He kind of isn't.
How not?
He's giving him because he beat the man who beat the man. He's giving him that like recognition.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
right.
he stopped Klitschko's reign. He stopped Deontay Wilder's reign.
Well, yeah, anybody would have done that if Deontay had the balls to fight anybody. But okay.
I mean, regardless of the fact, he still stopped both their reigns. He's beat multiple undefeated fighters. I mean, when he fought Dillian White, he completely outclassed him. Like, I don't know, man. Like, every time Fury's fought a top-ranked fighter and he showed up, like, it's not competitive.
Wilding was.
Not really. Like, if you take away the eye cut, what did Wilding really do in that fight?
He went 12.
Yeah, he went 12, but whenever he went 12 with Fury, like, that was herky-jerky. I like the new Fury. It wasn't really him setting his feet, looking for the knockout.
Well, don't worry. I will be put to rest next month, and I'm gonna can't wait to see it.
Yo, if he loses to Usyk, that's gonna ruin his legacy.
Not really. There's no shame in losing to Usyk.
There's a huge shame.
Fuck. No, it's not. Usyk is the shit, man. Like,
if Usyk wins, then he's like really an ATG, like in like twofold.
He'll be undisputed in two-weight classes, cruiserweight and heavy, in the 4-belt era.
I'm gonna say this: if Usyk can beat Tyson Fury, and that's a big if, then you really have to ask the question: is he better than Holyfield? Because right now, I would say that he is the better cruiserweight than Holyfield was.
Holyfield's heavyweight. He's the better heavyweight.
Well, I don't know. Holyfield was a 5-time heavyweight champion. However, in order for you to win the belt 5 times, you got to lose it 4 times. So if Usyk can go on his run, he beat AJ, and if he beats Tyson Fury, he beat the 2 elites of the division and stays undefeated. There's an argument that he's better than Holyfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Holyfield's best win at heavyweight. What would it be? Would it be Mike Tyson or would it be? I think it's value-added actually.
You can say it's pretty Bo as well.
Yeah, it would have been Tyson or Bo, but the thing about Tyson is when he got in the ring with
say again, Tony. Say again.
I would say it would probably be Bo because whenever he fought Tyson wasn't the same fighter after jail. He just wasn't.
That's true. They were actually supposed to fight a lot earlier. And they were, but it just didn't materialize.
That was Buster Douglas called the party.
Yeah, if he would have beat Buster Douglas, the next fight would have been Holyfield. Holyfield was ringside in that fight.
He was. Yeah. They was set to go ahead then. But then Holyfield beat Buster Douglas. Then they were supposed to fight again, and Tyson had to pull out due to a rib injury. Then the rape thing came along and stuff. Then then it just got pushed back until we eventually got it.
Are you making any decisions for Munguia versus Ryder?
I mean, I hope John Ryder wins. I'm hoping he wins. I think he can win. I don't think Munguia is that good.
Same. I kind of want him to throw a wrench in the Canelo Cinco de Mayo fight because I want Benavidez to get it. But it's looking like they're trying to set it up for Munguia to get it.
Oh shit, we lost AJ. Yeah, they're trying to do the Canelo Mejia fight. I don't want to see that. I want to see Benavidez Canelo. But if Munguia can win this Ryder fight, then they're definitely going to do Canelo versus Munguia. But again, I don't see how that happens because Munguia is a Golden Boy fighter, and Canelo is contracted to PBC for the next 2 fights. So would PBC allow Canelo to fight a Golden Boy for their last fight with him? I don't know.
Would Oscar send Jaime to the PBC? No, I don't think so.
It'll probably be co-promotional, I'm sure.
They could do that. They could do that, but still.
I mean, the goal.
It's just a matter if it's going to be on Amazon or DAZN. That's the thing.
I mean, my thing though would be the goal for PBC would not to be let him fight, because either way, like if Canelo wins, you lose him. He's out of contract. If Munguia somehow has a miracle and wins, then you lose the belt. So the best opportunity is put Benavidez in there so your belt stays with your promotional company. So I just wish Benavidez would get a shot. I heard Jamal's going to be fighting Canelo next.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Why would they throw him? Why would he throw himself into the fire? Like, I mean, I guess in a way it helps because if he loses, then maybe the WBC title will finally get vacated.
I know, yeah, I know.
Does he still have that title? Does he still have the WBC title?
He does. The WBC refuses to strip him.
This shit is ridiculous, man.
Yep. Well, let me ask you a question.
Sorry. I break the news. So, I'll let you go though first.
Okay, yeah. Let me just say this before you break the news. I think Riddick Bowe would be the best, but you got to keep in mind too that Holyfield also beat Ray Mercer and he also beat George Foreman.
He did. That's true.
So I don't know. Would George Foreman be a better win than Riddick Bowe?
Well, I say no because Bo was the champ then, and again, it was more significant. Holyfield got the belts back, so that's a better win.
Yeah, but Bo beat him first. So Bo beat him twice, and he beat Bo once. Because remember, they fought, he lost. They fought again, he won. Then they fought a third time, and he lost.
Yeah.
So,
Holyfield won the second fight, right?
Yeah. Holyfield won the second fight, but he lost the first and third.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they actually got stopped in the third.
Yeah. All right, break the news. What's the bad news? Let's hear
it. Plans collapse for targeted WBO title fight. Tszyu Lubin. Sides differ on reason for fallout.
Wait, what happened? Say that again.
Tszyu, Erickson Lubin. The plans collapse for targeted title fight. Sides differ on reason for fallout.
So Lubin was supposed to fight Tszyu.
That's what they were. Yeah, I think that was in play.
I don't want to see that shit. So hopefully he'll get Terence.
No, good. I mean, I mean, if that was next, I said Tim stops Lubin anyway. I figured like that. I was picking Tim to win that anyway, easy probably. So,
Lubin's also. I thought he was WBC mandatory.
That's what I thought. Or WBA, either one of those. I mean, but Lubin's too chinny. He can't take a punch.
You got to look at it like this though. The PBC. If they've truly signed the deal with Amazon Prime, because they've yet to do a fight with Amazon Prime, but if those rumors are true, they have got to provide big fights being with this company. You know what I mean? And to me, if you're not going to make the Errol Spence Jr. fight and Terence Crawford fight, the next biggest fight would be TimTszyu and Terence Crawford.
Who you favor in that prodigal?
Yeah, I could agree.
Who you favor?
Or they somehow get Little Charlo to come back and maybe try to wind back that unification fight.
Yeah.
No, prodigal. You favor with Bud and Tim to win if they fought next.
I still think Bud is more technically gifted. I feel like Tszyu, because Tszyu hasn't had somebody who really put it on him, and I feel like Bud is spiteful and could put it on him.
Agreed. Because I think if you come towards Terence, you're just doing what he wants. You're just falling into his he's falling into his traps.
I mean, but again, I have to come back to you got a 36-year-old who's walking towards 37,
who hasn't shown signs of decline yet.
Beterbiev, Tony. Beterbiev.
I've got you. I understand that. But the thing is, like Beterbiev, who y'all both said Yard gave him his best fight, that's what Tszyu is going to do to Terence. He's going to come with relentless pressure. Is Terence going to get tired with all that pressure?
I don't think so. I mean, also, one could say Terence could probably put Tszyu down. And, like, if you put Tszyu down, it's going to make him think.
Yeah. He got dropped by Gachet.
Yeah, but, you know, that was a long, long time ago.
Still got dropped.
Well, it's like, what, 3 or 4 fights ago? Or something like that.
You say like it was like 10 years ago.
Nah, that's a long time ago. That's a long time ago. Let's see, that's what, 2-3 years ago?
No, he's definitely gotten better since then. But the
Yeah,
fact remains, the fact remains, he can still get put down like anybody. But still, if Terence puts him down, that's going to make him go into like kind of a place. Because it's like, oh man, you know, now I'm facing the #1 pound for pound fighter, like on you know the planet. So then it's going to make me feel some type of way if I get put down by him.
Yeah.
Because Tim to me is a good fighter, but I don't know if he's like elite yet.
Yeah, I think he still has a lot more to prove. Like I do.
I still say
he's knocking on the door. He may be the heir apparent.
He's close. He's close, but I don't think he's there yet.
The most elite,
not yet.
The most elite dog fighting Chihuahua still loses to an average pit bull. I'm just saying, like,
we hear you.
You. This is how I look at guys like Terence, right? Terence Crawford is clearly been at his best at 147. However, when he started at 135, he was cutting weight. Him going to 147 is just him moving back up to what his natural weight is. That's what happens with all boxers. They eventually start walking back to where they normally would have walked around at their normal size. They get closer and closer to what their actual weight is. The problem is when they start going up 4 or 5 weight classes, now they're fighting guys who are dieting down to be close to what they walk around.
But Tim is like the same size, no? He's not that much bigger than Terence.
He's the same height.
But no, Terence, does he walk around like at like 190? He walks around pretty heavy.
Oh, he might be 65 at the biggest.
I think I heard it was 170 in the 170s.
Yeah, something. Because you remember he got that farmer boy strength, so he might be pushing some weight, like seriously.
He don't look that big to me when he's not fighting. Like I'm gonna.
No, he doesn't like get fat in between fights, but I would say he definitely has some size on him when he's in between fights.
I'm gonna say that he's probably. I'm gonna stick with 165 at the biggest. I think he's 165 at the biggest because he's very lean.
I'll give him 175.
But he don't look that big to me. Like,
listen, my man, he got a big wife. That's all I'm gonna say. He got a big wife, so he's gonna have to do something.
Yeah, man, that country eating must be good over there.
He's doing a lot of lifting.
He got like 8 kids, so you know definitely he's pushing some weight.
By the way, fellas, let's talk about a really interesting fight coming up. It's on the Teofimo Lopez Jimena Ortiz fight card. That fight's interesting. I like that fight, but the co-man Keyshawn Davis and Jose Pedraza.
I think Davis is definitely going to take that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But that's a good step-up fight for Keyshawn. I think I like that fight.
Only fight I care about for little Kiki is fighting Andy Cruz. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
You
call him Kiki. You call him Kiki.
No, that's what he calls himself. He calls himself Kiki.
Oh shit, he do?
Yeah. I've never heard a man call himself Kiki before, but
sound like a black chick or something.
Yeah, I know. But that's what he calls himself. Look, I'm gonna say it right now. I don't care if Andy Cruz has only had 2 fights. He'll beat the dog shit out of him. He will dog walk him like he did.
I was very impressed with Andy Cruz last time out. Very impressed with what I saw.
Yeah, he's a problem.
He is. I mean, still, I kind of like to see how far he can go. Still, but that was a very impressive display in just a second fight, like destroying the Straffon guy.
Yeah, he's gonna have a title shot within the next 2 fights.
Yeah,
because he's really like 32, 33 years old. Like we know that's his real age. That man is not in his 20s.
I mean, Cuban years, you had 5-6 years on top of that, what they say. So
That's what I'm saying. Like, he at least 32, 33. That's why Eddie rushed him. Because he's like, we ain't got a lot of time with this dude.
But Eddie needs to keep him active, man. Like, seriously, he hasn't been fighting a lot.
Let's see. I'm going to look him up.
Yeah. He's only fought 2 times since he signed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying, what month was his last fight?
Yeah. I mean, that's not, so if he's a pro, he needs to stay active, even if it's fighting against, like, less than tier opposition. Still, just.
All right. He's already got a fight scheduled for the IBF International Light title.
Oh, yep. He's being rushed, all right.
Yeah, that's what I told you. In the next 2 to 4 fights. So there you go. He'll beat this guy, and then he'll go for the IBF title next.
Okay.
Who holds the IBF title right now at 135?
Is it vacant?
I might be. I don't know.
No, it is vacant. It is vacant. It is vacant.
That's
Loman,
the belt. What you call fighting for? Yeah.
Who's fighting for it?
Loman George.
Oh, is that? Oh shit! That's a fight.
Yes.
Fucking Andy Cruz versus Lomachenko.
Oh,
because that'll be next.
It won't be.
It will be.
It won't be.
I promise you, it will be.
Know why? Either Loma does one or two things after if he beats. Well, I think he's going to beat George. He does one or two things afterwards. He either retires or fights Shakur.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
When he picks up that IBF title, he has 90 days to make a fight with his mandatory. The minute Andy Cruz wins that international title, he'll be the mandatory for the winner of that fight.
Will the IBF order the fight, though? That's the thing.
Oh, they're definitely going to order it.
Okay, we'll see.
Because Eddie is going to push that. Eddie is going to push that hard. And the thing is I'm sorry, like, Loma's a good fighter. I believe he beat Devin, but there's no fucking way he's beating Andy Cruz.
Yeah, that might be a little too much.
Andy is too fresh, too fast. Andy is what Loma was when he first went pro.
Yeah.
It's just he's not gonna do it. Like
I mean, honestly, I don't think he takes the fight. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but it might be too much of a risk.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some food.
What you think, Prodigal?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got a soft spot for Loma, so I always want him to rise to the occasion because I think I want him to ride off into the sunset.
Same as I want to get the IBF belt. Just call it a career after that. Really, I mean, just become a champion. I mean, but knowing that Loma's just the drive and determination he has, who knows? That might have been soured after the Devin fight, but still, like him probably wanting to prove himself at the stage. He might fight Shakur next to those.
Yeah. So it's just like him. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about riding off into the sunset with like everything intact. So that's the best way to be.
And I don't think he beat Shakur. I don't.
We'll see, because I don't know. I still with Stevenson. I'm still not too sold on him.
I know
because
it's just right.
Not only that, it's just like people say he's like elite or whatever, or he has elite skills. Which he's very skilled, very highly skilled, but it's just like no one's really taking it to him.
Yeah.
So,
I think when people have tried, they just haven't been skilled enough to really put a dent in them.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I need somebody to fight like to his level, or if he can find somebody who is like as good as him, and that's when I will be convinced.
Got you. I hear you.
Maybe like if Teofimo or somebody, if he fights like Teofimo or somebody, that'd probably be.
Yeah, I'd go for that.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to find I'm trying to look up the 135 rankings. Let me see who's there.
Different weight class, but Oscar Valdez and Liam Wilson are probably having a crossroads fight.
Oh yeah, I like that fight. That's a good fight for both of them, especially Oscar. Looks like Liam might have moved. He looks like he moved up for that fight because I think he was at 130 in his fight with Navarrete. So
yeah.
Let me see. And Raymond Martaya, that'd be a good fight for Shakur, I think. William Zepeda, that'd be pretty good. Let me see. I was saying Jermaine Ortiz before he was going to fight Tszyu, but I was actually calling for that fight for a while. I was saying I think Jermaine Ortiz and Shakur would be a really good fight.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's fighting Tszyu, so that's scrapped. I'm rooting for Jermaine to win. I want to see the upset.
It would cause Tszyu some problems for sure.
Yeah, Tio's got his head up his ass again.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Tio's an interesting guy. He just has a lot going on.
I don't know. It's just like he's calling out Crawford, talking about like he'll make more money fighting me, and it's like, bro, he just got over 25 mil for his last fight, probably 20 mil for his last. What the hell are you talking about, man?
It's just larger than life attitude. I guess it's his New York
the
thing.
guy's a superstar.
Yeah, he's still kind of riding high from the Loma fight a little bit, but now he's also back into riding high from the Taylor fight. So it's like I'm the only one to beat like two undisputed, former undisputed fighters or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, because even though I did pick, I picked actually him to lose both those fights, but in hindsight, you got to say like those weren't clear cut wins. I mean, with the Josh Taylor, with the Loma, it kind of wasn't because you could argue that was a draw. And Loma still had a lot of good moments in the fight, but he beat Taylor decisively, of course. But one has to ask, like, now was that a faded version of Josh that he fought, who stayed at 140 too long? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I felt because Taylor just could not. He was flat. His whole performance was just very flat.
That's what he said after the fight. He said he was good after like 4 or 5 rounds, he lost his legs. So
that sounds eerily similar to Liam Smith, who keeps calling for the third fight with Eubank.
Oh, jeez, man. No, ain't nobody trying to see that shit again. I'm surprised it was a rematch for the first fight.
Yeah. I mean, well, he had to get his get back, I guess. Eubank, that is, had to get his get back. And he did. So, that's that.
I just got my food. I'm back. I'm going to let y'all. I got spaghetti. Homemade.
Meatballs or meatballs? Nice. Italian meatballs or?
Nah, homemade.
And you got to get them Italian meatballs, Tony, man. That's how you do it.
It's like, well, I don't know the breading she put on it, but it was like Parmesan something.
Nice.
But it's made from scratch.
Yeah, I make crock pot spaghetti, man. I whip that shit up real nice.
That's what's up. But check this out. Here's the deal. Y'all two always supporting my channel, right? Y'all always see every time I go live, like clockwork. We need to come up with a schedule to where we can do a live, whether it be once a week at first and then make it more often, but we do a live once a week where we can all be on at the same time. We'll run a panel. If that takes off and if we get our most views on the lives, then whatever money I make from it, we'll split it 3 ways.
Oh, Tony, you ain't got to do that, man.
Yeah, brother. Like that's yeah.
Hey,
we like your channel. We support you.
No. Hear me out. Here's the deal. You see, I don't do super chats, which is probably another reason why my channel gets shadow banned because YouTube doesn't get that super chat money. But the money, I don't need it. Like I'm good. You know what I mean? So it's not about like y'all needing it. It's not about like y'all are here because y'all support me. Y'all enjoy talking. It's about that if I'm eating at the table, everybody who rides with me along the way is going to eat with me. Period.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that.
Likewise, I appreciate it.
If you want to do that, that's cool. I applaud you and I appreciate that. But it's like we're just here for the ride. Like, cause we're all 3 of us, man. We fam. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because we like your channel. I'm just chopping it up because I just really enjoy doing this stuff. I mean, so like I'm not expecting payback for that. But if you want to do that, man, I do appreciate it.
Same.
I won't turn it down. But you don't have to. So
yeah. Like I said, my email is just tonyreviews@gmail.com. Y'all both email me it's spelled just like it is without the apostrophe.
Can you put it in the super chat? Can you put it in the private chat? Just so let me get a screen grab.
Yeah. Let me do that real fast. Hold on. Let's go.
I get a screen grab and save it. So
yeah, it's just this. And y'all both can email me, and then we can come up. Maybe not next week, but within the next month or so, come up with a schedule where we could, you know, be on a regular time that we could sit here and do this, at least, like I said, once a week. And if these lives start to get popular and grow, because you got to understand, like, when I look at the other channels, really, truthfully, you get more people when you have more people on your panel. That's when more people come.
Yeah.
So with y'all two with me, it'll be a lot more views than if I'm by myself, period. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
And a lot of bigger channels that I see, they have people who like it, who support it, like y'all said. But I'm not greedy. So I'm going to help everybody who helped me along the way. You know what I mean? Like, case in point to this is, every time somebody subs to my channel and I see that they have a channel, it doesn't even have to be about boxing. I always sub back and leave them a comment, and I check on these people randomly. So I appreciate everybody who comes through, especially on a regular, and helps this be better, because I'm very sporadic with these lives. I don't advertise them or do them. They just come out the blue. So
I mean, it's funny. Like, the only reason I know I got my notifications on, like, you're one of the channels that I got my notifications on YouTube, and it's like, that's how I know when you.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to make this grow. Now, I think what I'm going to do is, even though I said I never wanted to do it, I might start reaching out to some of these fighters to see if they want to do an interview. And I'm going to hit them with a whole different type of interview. It ain't going to be the generic, straight down the line like everybody does. It's rinse and repeat. You see one interview with a fighter, and it's the same for every other person you see. Same questions, same everything.
So you mean you're going to ask them real questions?
Yeah, real questions, but I'm not going to give too many details till I do it, because I've already had so many things stolen. Like, if you go back, I don't care what panel you look at, what channel you look at. If you look at the first time they did live commentary on a fight, I guarantee you I did it before them. I guarantee you. Nobody was doing live commentary until after I did it. And there's been several other things, whether it be like, you know, I used to keep score of the predictions that I would do, but I never had it on the screen. It was just, I kept track of it and I would say it all the time. Nobody was keeping track of predictions. There's so many fucking things I did. And as small as my channel is, it's weird. I can go to all these different boxing channels and everybody knows who the fuck I am. And it's weird. It's real weird. It doesn't matter how big the channel is. They all know my fucking name.
Wow.
So again, I'm trying to get this thing off the ground. 2024 is going to be the year that we start pushing numbers. The difference in me, though, is, and other people who I won't call out, because it's very easy to see this, because there's a thing called Social Blade that you can go on, and you can see what subs hit, when they hit. There's a lot of people that buy subs, buy views. I'm not ever going to do that. Like, I will never pay for a fucking view or a sub. But the point is to get this thing to take off legit, even if it takes a while. But yeah, step one is to be consistent with a live. And if y'all want to jump on it, hit me with your schedule. We'll work it out. Like I said, it don't have to be next week, but within the next month, we start doing these on a regular, pick a day, pick a time, and then go with it.
I'm down for sure. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
And I'll also open up the super chats whenever we do the lives only. And whatever I get donated, we'll split it to where y'all get a piece of all that too.
Salutations, bro.
Appreciate it.
Like I said, trying to do this shit different and show appreciation to everybody that comes through.
I wish there was an applause button.
Nah, man, it ain't even about that. I'm different over here. That's all it is.
Appreciate that, Tony.
But anyways, y'all chop it up. Y'all keep talking about these fights. I'm gonna listen from the sideline while I eat this food.
For sure.
Oh no, I missed you guys talking about Mayer and Jonas. The thing is, I agree a little bit with Tony that Mayer has been kind of unstuck in these like title fights. However, Jonas will be retiring soon, and I think it would be good for Mayer to like stay at welterweight, because she'll most likely pick up another title or two, you know, at the weight.
Agreed. What product did you think she won?
To be fair, I only caught the highlights, but I did think she got unstuck. I think it was just like, you know, unfortunately it was a little bit of home cooking.
Yeah,
so because they're trying to set up Jonas to potentially maybe fight the winner of I guess Katie Taylor coming back and whoever she's fighting next. But yeah. Oh, she's gonna fight Chantel again?
Yeah, they're going to do a trip.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what they're trying to set up to have like a all-ish, affair or all, kind of UK Ireland type thing. So yeah, because Jonas is that's pretty much her retirement fight right there.
I think that honestly, I'm still kind of I mean, I got a lot of love for Tszyu. I had no horse in the race with Michaela and Tasha, but it's just that I'm still kind of annoyed at the fact that she didn't fight Terry in 154. That would have been for undisputed.
She probably revisit that. You think she just was going to stay campaigning at 147 now?
I do. I mean, well, I'm talking about like back when she had, because she literally had all the belts except for one at 154. So, and Terry had the remaining one. So all she has.
I think she still is the champ at 154, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, no.
She got rid of them.
She got rid of them all.
Oh, she did? Oh,
she did,
no.
She did, yeah. Because Terry fought Cecilia Breakers for her belt and the vacant, one vacant belt. But then like the other two vacant belts was fought between Mary Spencer and what's the other chick's name? I think Femke Hermans. I think for the other two. And so and Hermans won the rematch again. She beat Mary Spencer again. So now she has those two other belts. So it's and one belt is vacant. So Terry's got one. Hermans got the other two. Then there's one vacant. So yeah.
Hey, just so y'all know, I'm gonna throw this out there. Jonas's trainer was on Talk Sports today earlier, and he said Jonas is retiring at the end of this year.
See, told you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So she's looking for the next fight as her retirement fight, basically.
And so McKay, she ain't getting no rematch.
Yeah, because Jonas is like 39 years old, but I mean, again, that's kind of relative in female boxing because they be going until they're like 50, pretty much.
Yep.
Well, the thing about females is they get better with the age, where men get worse because
that's the crazy part. Yeah.
Well, it's because they start producing less and less estrogen as they get older, as they start getting closer and closer to menopause. So
they also sit on their punches more.
Yeah, but their testosterone starts to increase as they get older, whereas men.
Yeah. That's also a good thing because it makes it more entertaining, and maybe, just maybe, they'll probably start doing those. I don't know how you guys feel about the like the 3-minute rounds.
I think they should do that. It's way too short, man. 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like we just.
That's what I'm saying. Mayer would have won if it was 3-minute rounds.
I agree. Same. I mean, like bottom line, these women fights, they will have a more decisive outcome if there was 3-minute rounds, 10. I mean, just not even like 12, but just 3 10-minute rounds.
Yep. If Serrano and freaking Taylor won was like that, we would have had a different like situation completely.
Mm-hmm. Because Katie almost got stopped in that 5th round when she fought Amanda. I don't care.
Tell me about it. Yeah, she was getting beat up in that fight.
So if Amanda had another minute to work, bro, who knows what would have happened? Like seriously, like.
Well, if you look at the flow of boxing, and I know this from experience, because amateurs can be 2 minutes or 3 minutes, so I've done both. Even any fight that you watch, normally, especially the early rounds, the first minute of a round is more fill outs. It's more looking for holes, setting up stuff.
Yeah.
When you get into the last 2 minutes, that's when the fight really starts to break out. It could even take up to like a minute and a half before fights really start to break out. So really, when you look at female boxing, you got 60 seconds to as low as 30 seconds of actual fighting per round. And it's just, I agree, it's not enough. I applaud Amanda Serrano for being the first woman to do these 3-minute rounds. And the reason why it was 2-minute rounds is because boxing originally said that women were built different, that they couldn't do the 10 3-minute rounds, they couldn't do the 12 3-minute rounds. But then UFC came out and they disproved that, because then women fight for 5-minute rounds with no problem.
That's like, if they want to do it, let them. Like for real.
Well, that's the problem. Some of them don't want to do it. They like getting paid for less time. And the thing about it is this: if you open up that 3rd minute, that's a huge increase in time. That's 10 to 12 minutes of extra fighting. So whereas you don't have as many knockouts in women boxing, now it's going to start to balance out with the men. You're going to start seeing women get knocked out.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember watching the fight was out of.
And Wolf's so exciting. She's knocking people out.
Yep.
Speaking of Ann Wolf, I get really upset when people say that my girl Layla avoided her. I get really upset because Layla would have beat the shit out of her. And I say that because I don't remember the lady's name, but it was a white lady, and she knocked Ann Wolf out both times that she fought her, and Layla knocked her ass out. I know it's a
I remember that. I thought Ann Cruz beat her in the sorry, not Ann Cruz, Ann Wolf beat her in the rematch.
No, she lost every time to her. The lady looked like a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Layla went on there and put them paws on him.
Well, you know, the triangle theory, styles make fights. We don't necessarily know. But but still, yeah. I see what you mean. I'm trying to say I could have sworn Ann Wolf did.
No, you're right. I'm right.
Yeah. Are you talking about that like tall, like Scandinavian chick? She was like 6'6" or something.
Mafood? Yeah. So Ann Wolf did beat her in the rematch?
Yeah, she beat her.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I could have sworn.
But that's okay, because Layla came in there and destroyed her.
Murked her. Yeah.
Like straight slepper. And Ann Wolf went the decision when she beat her.
Beat her on points, yep.
Yo, Layla was that thing right there, you know, tall.
You remember when Clarissa was calling her out?
Yeah, I wish Layla would have came back. Layla would have beat her ass.
Yes.
I don't care how old Layla was.
That would have been the best. I feel Clarissa needs to get like knocked out. Her getting knocked out by a dude didn't like temper her like, you know, temperament. If she gets knocked out by a woman, that would ruin her.
For real.
Getting knocked out by a dude. Yo, she came up with every excuse in the world. Like I thought she was Beyonce Wilder for a minute.
I mean, that shit was like that shit was 5 years ago. Like, why is she still? You still
and my man even twist on it too. He just like straight up like palmed her, and she went down.
You know why? Because she was talking that shit, and he had enough of it. And he was like, "I'm gonna let her know."
I can see that.
Let that head fly.
That's it. She got just.
That kind of reminds me of a sparring session Sugar Ray Leonard had back on the 80s, and like he was on a cruise ship. You heard about that story? Okay, so like he was on a cruise ship where I think one of the people who worked on the boat was an amateur boxer, and they asked Sugar to put on the show for the guests and kind of spar with him. But like Sugar Ray's manager told the amateur boxer before they get started, "All right, have a good time. Just play." But I just want to let you know that if you try anything funny, Ray will knock you out. Because I think he was told they don't like hit him in the eye because that's where he had his retina shit, right?
Yeah.
Well, so they get started. Sparring session goes well, but guess what he did?
Hit him in the eye.
Yes, he did. and Sugar had this like shy look on his face. Then out of nowhere, he just dropped this guy twice with 2 body shots and ended the fight right then and there. And that was it.
I mean, you gotta understand. Leonard was built different. This dude left the sport of boxing for 3 years and came back and beat Hagler, who was like the most dominant middleweight probably ever.
Yeah.
And he came in 3 years, Errol Spence style, no tune-up.
He ducked him for 6 years though. Let's not leave that out.
Did he duck him?
Bro, he called a press conference with all the top names in the sport. Personally requested Hagler to be there under the belief that they were going to fight, only for him to announce that he's retiring.
I mean,
really?
He trolled him. He was trolling him for that.
He trolled him, bro.
But you gotta understand something. 6 years prior to them fighting, he wasn't even at 160.
No. I mean, but it was in talks for that long, like in 1981. I remember Larry Merchant doing a broadcast. He was saying he was going to have a series of fights. I'm a
Hagler guy. I'm going to be honest. He allegedly won that fight.
Thank you. I mean, but still, like the fight was in talks for a long time before they actually left. Then, like, you troll the guy. It's like, if I was wise, like that.
I would say Hagler, his too heat in the fight. That's what probably lost him the fight. I didn't think he really lost, but if anything, he had the wrong strategy kind of down the line.
Look, me and my dad have argued about that fight so many times. Like, he was alive when they actually fought. I wasn't, but I've got YouTube, so I've watched it more than once, and I thought Leonard beat him. Like me, Hagler was coming forward, but he wasn't landing. And yes, Ray would come on at the last 30 seconds, but it don't matter. If you miss for 2 minutes and 30 seconds and you get blazed and the last 30 seconds of every round, you lose that round.
That's what I'm saying. He fought too much with like I think a little bit aggression, but it was like useless aggression, and then he allowed her to look good for the last 30 seconds of the fight. Of
That
each
was the
round.
plan going in. It's like they were going to shoot
Yeah.
kind of 30.
Yeah, which just like it messed up. So he had the wrong strategy, and I don't know why his coaches didn't like pick up on, you know, that in between rounds, because there were definitely swing rounds when things were going, you know, Hagler's way. Yeah, he just had the wrong strategy.
Leonard is so good that he beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. before he was even born, when he was in his dad. Like, he knocked him out back then.
Oh, did he beat? I thought he beat Roger Mayweather as well.
No, they never fought. Roger was a lower weight.
Who did? Roger fought somebody.
Pernell
who-
Whitaker.
Yeah, it was Pernell. It was Pernell.
But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. In my opinion, as far as welterweights go, Sugar Ray Leonard was the best ever. Period. I don't care what nobody says.
I wouldn't argue with that. He's one of the best. I agree for sure. So
He'd have destroyed Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody gonna convince me anything different. In my opinion, it would have looked very reminiscent of Roy Jones Jr. versus James Toney. That's how it would have looked.
well, no, I mean, like, even if let's just say they were in the same era, right? Floyd would have he would have priced himself out to probably, you know, stalled the fight for a long time until he saw some slippage.
He would have pulled a Leonard on Leonard.
Yes, exactly. He would have did what a Sugar did to Marvin.
Then that would have been like the fight of the century, Floyd versus Leonard, and then that would have been it. It would kind of be like the Pacquiao situation.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think Duran actually beat Leonard when they first fought?
I do.
You do?
I do. Yes.
See,
Not particularly. I don't think so.
Well, you know what? I mean, on second thought, it's actually been a while since I've seen the fight, so I got to watch it again. But just based on I thought he did at the time, but it's just Sugar got his tactics all wrong in that fight. He really did.
See, I don't know.
So let me refrain on saying yes, because I need to really watch it and score it again, because it's been a while since I've seen it. I think the only time I did watch it was once, and I think at the time it was competitive, but I think Roberto did win. But yeah, I'd like to rewatch it again and score it.
I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at Leonard's career based off the fights that I have seen, I believe Duran lost that fight. However, I thought Hearn should have beat Leonard in the rematch when they had a draw.
I agree with that. Yeah, but I had
Hearn was robbed, but I thought Leonard beat Duran in that first fight.
And you said you thought Hearns beat Leonard in the rematch, right?
Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I think so too. I thought so. Yeah, that are rewatching the score, and I had it was close. I think I had Tommy winning by a point, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, but yeah, but just I had him winning regardless.
Yeah, I definitely scored it that way. So I'm not being biased when I say I believe that Sugar Ray should have beat Duran in the first fight. Shit, he fucked him up in the second fight though. He stopped that ass. But
he made him quit.
Yeah, I know.
Allegedly,
No,
Duran would say he did not quit.
Nah, man.
Nah,
Did
bro.
you
You
see
made
the
him quit.
documentary though? The documentary with them two, when like years later they come together, and then Leonard asked him about him saying no mas, and then Duran vehemently denied saying that he quit in that fight.
Bruh. Come on, dude. We all saw. You didn't want no more. Even if you didn't say nothing, you quit.
He didn't get off his stool. He got fucked up and stopped. Like, he didn't want it. He got the fight beat out of him.
He did.
You know, that made me feel like, I don't know if y'all remember when Lomo fought Nicholas Walters, and then Walters. Oh man, that was a sad way to go out. And we
That
haven't
really
seen
was. Dude, he made that dude quit for like 6
Look.
years.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. This comes back to my conspiracy theory that I have. Nicholas Walters was that man. He was that guy. And Bob Arum shelved him for over a year so that Loma could catch him ring rusted. Just like I believe Bob robbed Lomachenko, I don't care what he says, so that Devin Haney would re-sign with them after the win. I'm telling you, like, my conspiracy theory is, in my opinion, with no proof, can't sue, no proof, but in my opinion, Bob is notorious for taking these older fighters and giving them to the premier fighters and swaying it to the young guy winning.
Did he not do that with Muhammad Ali, if I'm not mistaken?
I
In what
think
fight?
so.
Which one?
Like, this was towards Muhammad Ali's like later years when he, you know, when the damage was finally getting done. he had a fight
He
that
lost.
he lost, and
His
then
last two fights with Larry Holmes in trouble.
Yeah, before that,
he lost to somebody, and then Mike Tyson avenged the loss for him.
Yeah,
it was Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes.
Okay, yeah. Was that Top Rank, or was that still Don King at that point?
I don't know.
I have to look.
I got to check.
Because if that's the case, I agree with Tony's conspiracy.
I mean, but with Larry Holmes like that, it's like he was the Parkinson's said it. He was just off, man. It was crazy. Didn't throw any punches. Like he didn't do anything in that fight at all. He just Larry.
But I'm saying, but if you already knew, like they already knew what they was getting with Muhammad at that point, man.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to put him through the dogs.
That's the fight that Freddie Pacheco quit his position because he couldn't better see that shit anymore. He was disgusted with it. Yeah,
Kelvin, we're not saying it's that Top Rank is notorious for putting their like a fighter who was at the top of their game at one point, and towards maybe they shelve them and then they come back and then they're like a shadow of what they used to be.
Yeah, I looked it up. I couldn't find an answer, but I found the picture of the fight and it had Don King on the billboard, so it had to have been a Don King fight.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, the question is, who was he with when he fought Leon Spinks?
You know what?
I think that's who I'm thinking of because I know Mike Tyson fought the same fighter.
Because he lost his first fight. Then he ran it back, pulled him in a rematch though. So.
I'm not seeing who promoted it. Because that's where Floyd tries to hang it over Ali's head that he lost to a guy with only 7 fights.
Oh, come on, man. Really?
That is legitimately why Floyd says he's better than Ali because he would never lose to a guy with 7 fights.
That's got to be one of the stupidest things I've ever heard.
Yeah. Ali was so past his fucking prime.
For real. Like, literally. He could have lost to a 1-fight novice. Like, seriously, man. Like,
I'm not seeing who the promoter was.
Here's a question, though. Here's a theory. Would you say Muhammad Ali would have been, like, even though he's, like, the greatest, would you consider him more? Huh?
Bob was the promoter for the first Leon.
Oh, see, okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it was Leon Spinks.
He was. Yeah, first fight, and let me see the rematch. I'm curious about that.
He was already.
Yeah, Bob Arum, the rematch. He promoted both fights. Yeah.
So see, that's what I'm saying. He was already like done, but he to give him the last paycheck or to let some young upstart. You let somebody like get off on your guy. Basically, you let like this young dude come in and just beat up on the marquee fighter of like the decade. Like, so that's messed up.
Yeah. In my opinion, when you look at Bob Arum, I mean, he did it to Manny twice with Timothy Bradley. They robbed him, and then they did it with Jeff Horn. So, I mean,
that Jeff Horn type was terrible, man. Oh, man.
He damn near knocked him out. Like the referee was telling Jeff, if you don't do anything, I'm stopping the fight.
I mean, Jeff Horn is like, I never really rated Jeff Horn, if I'm being honest. He fights like an asshole, like a literal asshole. Like I've always said that. It's like, that's why then I go to the Terence Crawford fight. Terence handled him easily, bro. That wasn't even competitive at all.
No, he ragged on him.
He did, yeah. Like literally, and like with a punch. Like he just.
But yeah, it's unfortunate that they didn't have all the medical clearances back then when Ali fought because really the Larry Holmes fight is what messed him up. It was that fight that really did the damage.
Yeah, for sure.
But
haven't been hearing too much about his grandson lately. What's been going on with his career?
Well, he lost the fight. And I thought that was, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of laughed.
No, he had I think he won the next fight after that fight, or I believe.
I think he had. I'm not sure how many. He had a comeback fight, which he did win. I think he fought. I think he even fought in Africa somewhere or some shit, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me look. I'm curious, but like, I mean, I don't really see him going anywhere fast, honestly. Like,
yeah, because he's at 160, so I don't know who they're gonna line him up with.
Your dude's a novelty act. That's all he is. No offense.
Yeah, that's how I feel about his other grandson who's in PFL. I don't feel. Yeah.
I mean, as soon as they step him in again, is with somebody with just he's gonna get knocked out if not lose like it's schooled entirely. So
Like, cause who's on top rank? What do they have?
what middleweights do they have?
They just have like Janabek is like, I mean, he's a top dog.
No, don't. Yeah. Match. He is not gonna beat no Janabek. Hell no.
So I have a theory. This is my theory, right? People always ask, why do sons never do as good as their fathers who are athletes, right? And this is my theory. Whenever you get famous and you're on top, you go for the prettiest girl you can find, correct?
Uh-huh.
So the reason why the sons are never as good as the fathers is because their moms are too pretty. The athlete themselves have ugly moms. And they could have ugly moms.
I mean, one could say technically, sons who have been doing their thing. I mean, you got to give it to Tszyu. I mean, he is champ. Yeah. And then same thing with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He did become WBC champ, so you know.
Oh my God! And then he started dancing in high heels on videos.
What?
You never saw that?
No.
Bruh, you kidding?
I never watched that.
Oh my gosh! Now I want to risk getting flagged. I want to play this shit so bad.
Send it to me via email when I hit you up.
Or send the link in the private chat.
Send the link in email.
Send the link in the
private chat. Yeah.
I got you. Hold on.
Oh shit. Okay, Nico Ali watched it. He hasn't fought since that loss. That was last August. Oh no, he hasn't had a comeback.
Here you go.
He hasn't had a comeback fight?
Nope.
I thought he did. Oh man.
Okay, I got it. Oh shit.
Go ahead and watch that. Watch how that man move in these high heels. That man.
Speaking of other like tall Mexicans, Zordo and Joe Smith Jr. are fighting for the WBA cruiserweight eliminator fight.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just announced. Who do you fight?
You said against Joe Smith?
Yep, Zordo and Joe Smith Jr.
I thought they already fought.
Did they?
Didn't Zordo? Yeah, Zordo did beat him.
Oh man, I'm my bad. I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, I could have sworn they got caught about it.
Yeah, I just remember they did. I was looking at something. That's why. Okay.
What the hell? Why am I there twice? Okay. That was weird. Shit.
You watched the video?
I wish I hadn't.
I told you, man, that man over there dancing them high heels, man. Got that ass whooped by Anderson Silva.
It's funny. Can I?
You cut out. We lost AJ. Yeah, AJ.
But I mean, in terms of like your theory, I mean, he technically is an example of a son that did achieve something in boxing, even though his father did way much more.
I'm gonna revert back to what's his name? Fuck. I'm drawing a blank. I keep thinking Shelly Finkel, but not Shelly Finkel. Deontay Wilder's old promoter. What was his name? Oh, what is his name?
Lou DiBella?
No, Shelly Finkel. Yeah.
I'm gonna go by the famous words of Lou DiBella. He could make a ham sandwich a champion in today's boxing. That's what Lou DiBella said.
But Chavez Jr. He beat what's his face? Sergio Martinez. When Martinez was the man.
Oh yeah. He did promote him. I forgot about that.
I don't even like to mention this dude. This man showed up with 2 fucking legs on compression wraps.
Cotto? Oh man, that was a sad way to go out.
That really was.
Man, that was a sad way to go out.
This dude, like, he was walking on Air Jordans in his kneecaps. Like, I don't even know why he got into that ring. Like, I thought he was gonna beat Cotto too until I seen him walk to the ring, and I was like,
Nah, when my man came in with the as he said, the knee pads, and then had the longest boxing shorts ever, I knew it was done.
Were those basketball shorts? That's what I thought.
Yeah, straight up. My man showed up to play ball. He was like, "I'm not boxing today. I'm playing ball." Oh, he was old timing it in the ring. That's what he was doing.
He's one of the ones who avoided Triple G. He was on the Triple G duck list.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people shit on Triple G. Triple G was a very good fighter.
He really was. I don't know why he gets so much shit.
It's just because he never fought anybody like in his prime years, so there's nobody like that caught him. Like, you know, he was ducked, so it's like he didn't fight anybody in his prime. He fought everybody towards the latter half of his career.
You know, it kind of emulates Marvin Hagler because the same thing happened to him before he got a title shot.
Exactly. Exactly.
But my thing with Triple G is this: had he not been robbed in the first Canelo fight, nobody would trash on him.
I agree.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
And it's like it kind of sucks because like the only guy who beat you is the guy who you should have beaten in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was competitive the first and second time. With you kick, you know, Canelo definitely won that, but geez.
I thought the rematch was closer, but I think Canelo just nicked it. But the third fight,
I mean, I had the first fight Triple G winning. I had the second fight a draw. I'm not mad at somebody saying Canelo won it just because Triple G fought on the back foot. Mm-hmm. So I thought it was a draw. But again, if I had to give it to somebody, I would have gave it to Canelo.
The great injustice was Derevyanchenko, man. He should have been an IBF champ at least.
Yeah, Derevyanchenko beat Triple G that night. He beat him.
Same thing with Korobov with Big Charlo. Same thing with Ryder and Callum Smith. These are unsung heroes in these boxing streets.
Matvey Korobov was underrated. He was good. He was very good.
Well, Ryder has to do it. All Ryder has to do is beat Munguia. That's all he's got to do.
Actually, if I was Ryder, I would retire right after that fight if I beat Munguia, because that would have been like the best win of your whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, did y'all notice that Canelo and John Ryder look like the same person?
Yeah, they just
Canelo's Irish. You know that, right?
Like they look like twins.
I was about to say, like, they just you could say that they look like each other, but they're just British and Hispanic versions or Irish versions.
Canelo's Irish. You know, he's Irish. He's just pretending to be Mexican.
Yeah, Irish descent. Yeah, I know.
I don't know, man. Canelo shaved his beard and all, so he wouldn't look identical to John Ryder. Like, that shit was so funny.
They have the same like profile, like literally.
Got the same facial structure, all that. That's probably why Canelo couldn't knock him out.
That's exactly why. It's like, man, I'm looking at myself right now. That's trying to me knocking myself out. Wow.
Fighting my twin up in here.
But yeah, I hope John Ryder wins. I don't like Munguia. I think Munguia is just another fighter like Zerto.
Freddie Roach is in the corner for this fight. You know that, right?
What's that?
Freddie Roach is in McGee's corner for this fight.
I don't care. I still hope he loses.
No, I mean, me too. I'm just saying. I don't know what a difference that's going to make. Like, Freddie Roach tried to say he doesn't have poor defense. I'm like, are you kidding me? like, literally, you can hit this guy from a mile away. You don't even got to try to hit him.
It's amazing that Freddie Roach can still hold the pads.
He's still holding pads?
I believe so.
He had like better, like kind of even though he has Parkinson's as well, he had like a better sort of care, right? Like his treatment has been better. I think also what helped is he stopped boxing like professionally way early. Yeah. So it like slowed down the degeneration of his, Parkinson's.
Yeah.
I remember when Brandon Rios and Margarito were making fun of him. Pacquiao asked him, "Are those the guys that made fun of you?" And he said, "Yes." Okay, that's all I need to know.
Bro, that whole like 24/7 that they did with him were like hilarious. Oh my gosh, I remember
But I'm not saying
So-
he beat the shit out of both those guys, Margarito and Rios. But yeah, the 24/7s. But yeah, I kind of miss those actually. But we got Showtime is out of boxing. I was about to say we had all access, but then we also
they're not out of boxing yet.
What?
They're not.
With Showtime?
Yeah, they're not out yet.
What do you mean? I did that was the last. That was the last.
No, I'm 99.99% positive that Canelo's last two fights will be on Showtime.
No. I don't know.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I mean, the people they left. It was a wrap after the Benavidez Andre thing. That was the last.
Canelo was still tied to Showtime.
No, I mean, well, he's tied to PBC, not necessarily Showtime.
Are you sure?
I'm sure he signed the deal with the PBC, not Showtime. So that, to my knowledge, anyway, that's how I thought it went. But Showtime is right now. Actually, no. The last event they did was the Morel and Becco fight, and yeah, that was the last ever boxing broadcast. They wrapped it up after that. But we'll see. I mean, the bottom line, they owe Canelo 2 fights though. So
yeah, but I don't want to see Jamal. I don't want to see it.
Neither do I. I don't want to see it either. That's a mismatch, in my opinion.
What's the point? There's just no point. Like, there's only upside for Jamal. Like, he's probably just gonna catch that fight.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If it happens, I hope he beats the shit out of Canelo. I want one of these cherries to beat him.
Okay, you good, man? Did Canelo steal your wallet or something? Like,
no, look, man. People could call me a Canelo hater because I'm honest. Like, this dude, his ducks. I mean, he's got good people on his resume. Don't get me wrong, but when it comes to the elites, you don't want to fight them.
I mean, like, hey, don't get me wrong. So I was laughing my ass off when B-Wall was schooling him. So trust me, it's like I
saw that in theaters, and I was the only one rooting for Canelo. I mean, not Canelo, Bivol. Everybody in the theater was rooting for Canelo. They were so upset. It was like somebody died. Like, literally, they were just silent.
It's funny. I remember the following morning, after that weekend, the following morning, like, I went to the gym, and one of the personal trainers, who Trey, who works there, we talk boxing sometimes, and he was coming like, "Hey, Alex, man, hey, Canelo lost." I'm like, "Y'all know I saw the fight?" He goes, "Well, how did you know?" I'm like, "How did I know what? How did you know that Canelo would lose?" Well, no, I said I didn't pick him to lose. I mean, I thought he went on points, but he said, no, you don't understand. Like, out of everybody I talked to, you were the only one who said that Canelo could lose to Bivol. I'm like, "Oh yeah," and so
yeah, I picked Canelo to get his ass whooped.
I still had him on points. I just never thought that. As I always thought B-Wall could beat him. I just never thought he'd get a decision. I thought they would they'd rob him before anything else. Like I keep maintaining, but hey, man.
Yeah, everybody gets robbed on a Canelo card. He will win at least one of those cards.
You got to hit this guy with a chair to get draw.
If Floyd Mayweather got a split decision,
no, he got a draw.
That's all you needed to say.
Yeah. He got a draw, which was insane.
Exactly.
That
was it an Adelaide Birds card?
No, it was CJ Ross.
CJ Ross, yeah.
But y'all want to hear something funny? That was her last time ever scoring a fight.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Mayweather said, "I own Vegas. You done."
And that's what needs to happen.
Made her disappear.
Like, no, I want her gone. That's it. That's her last fight.
I mean, that's what they need to do with a lot of these
judges.
You know what I don't understand? Like, this is what I don't get. Okay. Judging relies on quick thinking and eyesight, and they get the oldest motherfuckers to be ringside to judge these people.
I mean, what I don't understand is, like, why are people sitting ringside? Like, why don't y'all just give them an iPad or something and have them watch it instead of, like, score a fight like that, like sitting at three different angles. That's not going to help. That doesn't help nothing.
Yeah, you're right. On TV, you see more angles.
Thank you. You see the whole fight, watching it like live, like on a live broadcast, like everybody else. So have the judges watch that and score it. like everybody else does.
Yeah, there should be like a little TV or something there so they could watch a live feed of the fight as they're like scoring. Or at least don't they have cameras now on the refs? I mean, I don't know what good that does, but I think they like have some cameras on the ref now.
I don't know. They might. I don't know. But regardless, you're right. They need to be looking at screens and not ringside because sometimes you can't even see the punches when you're on the floor and they're fucking 5 feet off the ground above you.
And that explains
That's what I'm saying. They need to
scorecards are
elevate
different.
it. Yeah, or elevate their seating arrangement somehow. Get them like higher up.
Yeah, I mean, because like that's why all the scorecards and stuff. I mean, some judges know what they're looking at, but you got one guy usually or one person that usually just has like, what the hell were you watching?
That's like how BKB was, even though they were fighting like a pit, all the judging was like higher, set higher above the ring.
By the way, Tony, I'm gonna hit you up in an email later and ask you a question.
Oh gosh.
You probably won't tell me, but it's just via email. That's all.
He said you probably won't tell me, but I'll ask you anyways.
I'm just gonna put it out because that's something I've been curious about.
Oh, you want to know what's crazy? This is like completely not related to boxing at all, but I just thought it was interesting. They have venison like burgers at Whole Foods. That's kind of crazy to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Venison's really good. Deer meat?
Yeah, very much so. I didn't know they had like actual like venison burgers at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
That like threw me for a loop.
I gotta look that shit up on Amazon and place an order or something. See if I see them venison burgers. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, I have to try that. Look it up. We got a Whole Foods here. I never shopped there though.
Why? Because it's too weird?
Nah, ain't nothing weird about it. It's not close to me.
Yeah. Mine's kind of a way out a little too anyway. It's kind of far out. And I usually get my shit delivered Instacart or Amazon fresh. So
Fair enough. Do you got Trader Joe's, Tony, in Atlanta?
Not that I can recall. I'd have to Google it. I've never seen one. I know what it is, but I don't know.
Yeah, I got one. I've been there in years. It's been a long time.
Well,
so consulting Google, there are 3 Trader Joe's in Atlanta, none of which that are near me.
Was like the shortest one, shortest distance.
So where I live, this is where you at? I'm trying to zoom in to see. Oh, this over here near Perimeter Mall. Okay. So there's one near, well, y'all don't know where Perimeter Mall is, but that would be the closest one to me in Sandy Springs.
I'm talking like 4 miles, 5, 6. What's the distance?
Oh shit! I'd have to do a directions to my house. I don't know. It's ways, at least 30, 40 minutes, at least.
Oh shit!
Do you guys have a Piggly Wiggly?
She said a Piggly Wiggly. I haven't seen a Piggly Wiggly in so long. Yes, there are Piggly Wigglies all over Georgia and Atlanta as well.
All right. Piggly Wiggly was my spot. Oh man, I miss it.
Yeah, the Piggly Wigglies are like in the South near the hoods. Like they're not up where I'm at.
I've been to only like one. This was when I was in the Carolinas, but I just thought it was great because back in the day, they had RC Cola, not Coca-Cola.
I remember RC Cola.
Everybody knows RC Cola is the superior like cola drink versus Coca-Cola.
That's facts, man. I remember, that shit was good.
I like the ginger ale too. I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about RC?
Yeah, because they had like the cherry ginger ale, I think.
Yeah.
Like they had a cherry drink, like a cherry cola drink. Then they had the regular RC Cola, which was like a blue, like packaging. And then they had a ginger ale. But RC made, RC had superior like drinking products. I ain't gonna lie.
You got me googling RC colas now just to
Ah,
see what
No,
it is.
sometimes I think Costco sometimes be having RC because that's like the default. That's the default like cookout like drink. You gotta have RC cola.
y'all like Yoo-hoo? Y'all like Yoo-hoo?
Yoo-hoo.
I was with Yoo-hoo. I haven't had a Yoo-hoo in a long time though.
I used to drink them when I was a little kid in the little glass bottles.
I still drink them.
That's how I feel about. You remember Orangina?
Yes. What about Tang and Sunny D?
Oh yeah, that's great on like a summer's day, man. Oh boy, that was the drink to have on a hot summer's day after you coming in from like playing some type of sport. You get some Tang or Sunny D. That's like the best.
Yeah. Yo, so I'm learning all about RC Cola, man. It was created in 1905 in Columbus, Georgia, and they started with the ginger ale. That was their first drink.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That RC Cola ginger ale was it's the bomb. It's like so good.
Yo, did y'all know they got a bunch of different flavors other than chocolate for Yoo-hoo? They got strawberry.
No, I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, I feel like AJ is about to leave to go get a Yoo-hoo right now. Like,
I remember when like did you mess with the Nesquik though? You used to mess with the Nesquik as well?
I still do.
a regulator. I remember that was like the updated mellow yellow where they had
Oh
like,
yeah, I remember Surge, man. I was just thinking of that shit too.
Yep.
yeah, them commercials is crazy.
Y'all remember when Heinz, like it was for the movie Shrek, they had like green ketchup?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did I ever try? I don't think I ever tried that shit. But that was
I
crazy.
never tried it at all.
It looked disgusting. It looked disgusting. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I was like, nah, man, ketchup is not meant to be green. That's it.
Give me some red shit. That's how I know it. That's why I started putting ketchup on my eggs a few years back.
I'm not fucking with that at all. Nope.
No, I decided to try it. It's actually not bad. I mean, like,
blasphemy.
Ketchup on your eggs?
Yeah,
You don't do that?
That's
like on an omelet. On an omelet.
Nah, man. Let me tell you something. This is bad for me as seeing somebody dunk their fucking pizza in ranch. Like, nah, bro, that's blasphemy right
Nah,
there.
it's like what you call like when you if you get like a McMuffin or something and it has eggs on it and then you put some ketchup on it, that's just a thing.
Nah, I ain't fucking with ketchup on my eggs.
Do you do biscuits and gravy? The white gravy?
I don't like gravy. The only thing I'll put on eggs is syrup. That's it.
Oh, you put you put syrup on eggs.
If it touches my pancakes. If it's not touching my pancakes, I'm putting ketchup on them.
Nah, I ain't fucking with the ketchup. I don't care how good it is. It looks disgusting to me. I'm not doing it.
Tony, I was in the same boat until I tried it.
Yeah, sometimes I put hot sauce on my eggs too.
Yeah, I could do the hot sauce on eggs. I'm fine with that, but ketchup don't belong on eggs. I can't. Nah, man. Like I said, for me, it's weird. It's like when I see somebody take a pizza and stick it in ranch. It's like I like ranch and I like pizza, but I can't combine the two. I like ketchup and I like eggs.
Oh,
so you never get what is that? Like don't they have the what is it? The barbecue chicken? Not barbecue chicken. Like hot wing chicken on the pizza, and then they have ranch on top of it. You won't get that topping?
I never do hot wing pizza. Like I don't do.
Sorry, buffalo. That's what it is. The buffalo pizza.
Yeah. I can't eat buffalo sauce. It gives me the hiccups for some reason. Like that sauce, I don't know what it is, but whenever I eat buffalo sauce, I get the hiccups instantly. Like I could do hot sauce all day, but the buffalo sauce can't do it.
Fair enough.
But nah, the only type of pizza that I eat is like ham and pineapple or bacon and pineapple. Those are the only two toppings I get.
I just eat plain shit. I'll do like sausage, pepperoni, or chicken and beef. That's really what I like.
Get the meat lovers.
See, I can't eat sausage. I used to love sausage as a little kid, and then I got older and I realized what they put in sausage, and it ruined it for me. I can't
you got to get like a turkey sausage or something.
Yeah.
Y'all fuck with
Or
turkey
venison
bacon?
sausage. That joint's fire too.
Yeah, but a lot of sausages are made with byproduct.
Yeah.
Yes,
Y'all
yes,
fuck
but I'm
with
saying
turkey
they
bacon?
have natural. I do mess with turkey bacon, but they have natural. Like if you get turkey sausage, they're not like that's not extra processed. Like regular like typical sausage that you may get like at a hot dog stand or something like that.
I mean, if it's a sausage made out of like actual meat I want to eat off the animal, then I would eat it. But
Yeah, you got to go to a butcher shop, my man, and get the sausages from there.
you know, they got a butcher shop near me, and I should do that, but it's just like I'm not broke, but I'm cheap, and it's like, do
Ain't
I
nothing wrong
want
with that. I'm the same. I'm not broke, but I'm cheap either. I'm cheap
yeah,
too.
yeah. Do I, like, I know the meat and the quality is going to be that much better, but do I want to spend that much on some meat?
I mean, Tony, here's how cheap I am. Like literally a few years back when my sister was young, this was like the early 2010s, right? And she was selling no, I think no, this is in the late 2000s. Okay, she was selling Girl Scout cookies for like her class or something like that, just cookies or some shit for a fundraiser. And I ordered $6. I took like 3 months to pay her back.
Bro, you lucky, man. You lucky. Girl Scouts didn't roll up on you like the Scientology, man. You lucky. Playing with your life.
I felt so
They
bad.
be rotting deep. They be rotting deep.
I felt so bad. I think I finally came when my mom said, "Will you give her the money, please?" I'm like, "All right, sorry." I just kept forgetting at the time, but I just didn't see it as a priority. I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty messed up." Oh shit!
You gotta mess with the butcher shop sometimes because you know they be doing it right sometimes. They
Do I have
it
a
right.
butcher shop near me? I gotta look. I gotta check on that.
You probably do. Like, there's butcher shops everywhere. You'd be surprised.
They
They still got spots near me that legit has like the goat in the shop. So I just saw that goat, and then they took it to the back and did what they had to do.
Nice. What you be getting? Cut. What kind of cuts you be getting usually?
Just I mean, I haven't been to that spot in a long time, but you know, typical spots.
Product will be over in the city buying that bush meat.
It's for the curry goat, man. I'm on that Nicholas Walters diet.
Y'all know he had a comeback fight not that long ago.
He did.
Yep.
But then that was the last time we saw him.
Yep. He won it by points, I think, by decision. But dude, that Loma made him.
They robbed him in a Jason Sosa fight.
Never saw that fight.
Actually, no, they didn't rob him in the Jason Sosa. I think he won that fight, but he lost his title. And then Jason Sosa like picked up that title later.
He had a draw with Sosa, and then he fought Loma over a year later.
Yeah, that wasn't a draw though. I mean, I don't know. I guess his best win technically is freaking Nonito Donaire, which is crazy to say.
Yeah. I know, right? I keep forgetting he knocked out
because Walters. I mean, Donaire had no business up at that weight.
No, he did. No, he was way too high up. Yeah, he's not a featherweight at all. I think even 122 was a stretch.
You know, Rachel Donaire be all over YouTube.
Yes,
I know I've been on her channel. I talked to him.
Yes, she's a wild one.
Yeah, I talked to a few times, but yeah, they be all over YouTube. Her and Donaire.
They got a channel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
actually, I've witnessed her on different panels and stuff like that.
They pop on.
They pop
on different panels, but they got the channel though.
Yeah. But that's cool. Like, more of these boxers should be using social media. Like, that's where everybody's at. IG.
That's what whatchamacall's doing. Paulie's doing that now. Paulie does that, and then Sean Porter has his podcast, and then
the Porter Way.
Yeah, really, where Porter, Bradley, sometimes Paulie, they be over there on Pro Box a lot. Chris Algieri. So Pro Box TV is a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You know what? I thought I'd never say this, but Chris Algieri is a really good analyst.
He's great.
He's actually really good.
No, he is, and he'd fight all odds by becoming a champion from kickboxing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who else was like that? Well, Holly Holm was like that too.
Was she? I thought she started boxing. and
Yeah,
then
she
went
started
She did.
boxing, but then she did kickboxing, and then I think she did boxing and kickboxing at the same time, and then she went into MMA.
MMA. That's got to be some irony right there. Imagine that you an MMA fighter, you pride yourself on being MMA, and then you get your ass knocked out by a kick from a boxer.
Yeah.
like Ronda never saw that foot coming. Like she's like, okay, she's a
No.
boxer. She ain't gonna throw no kick.
That's
I mean,
because she
before-
tried to box a boxer.
Bro, before the fight,
corner-
Holly
her
was
coach
her
was
ass,
dumb.
start to finish, which was hilarious. I mean, yeah, you try to box.
Why would you box with a championship level women's boxer and you try to box with her?
Because man, they I don't know, man. In my opinion, though, the greatest female fighter was Gina Carano. That is my number one.
Well, she's also like the nicest person ever. I got to meet her. She is so kind.
Nice.
It's just a shame what they have done to her career.
And like, what did she do wrong anyway? I don't really understand.
She stood against something at Disney and got fired.
Yeah, allegedly, because she was just like she was questioning things about, kind of how the government wants to put the C9er down our throats and all these different things. And she was just questioning them. And then all of a sudden that turns into, oh, you're this, you're that. Because she's a product of Disney, pretty much.
Fuck, man, who gives a damn? Honestly,
And Disney has a particular agenda that they have to force down everybody's throats.
they
So
ruined
if you
Marvel,
go-
in my opinion.
Yes, they did. Also, Star Wars.
They
Also,
destroyed
Star
it, yeah.
Wars.
And I heard they just destroyed Indiana Jones too.
Yes, they did. Guess what? They also have Predator and Alien now. Guess
Oh,
what might be
oh,
destroyed too?
Look,
That
I'm
too.
with this. I don't care what nobody says. Prey was trash. I did not like that movie at all.
I still haven't
This
seen
goes back to the theory that you have, Tony. How does a 4'11" Native American girl beat like a 8-foot alien?
it. Hey, Prodigal, I'll tell you how. You want to know how, Prodigal?
Go ahead.
Girl power. Hey man, you can't be fucking with me,
Bro, and he had the slim dreadlocks this
Crazy.
time, so he was like, he was a basketball player in there. I'm like, he had all the attributes to like just beat up everybody. My man just ripped apart a grizzly bear. And you gonna tell me some 4'11" Native American girl's gonna do something to him? That's crazy.
But it's not even that. Like all through the movie, she was getting the ass whooped. Like she lost
Exactly.
every episode she was in. And all of a sudden, she could be the predator out of nowhere.
And then all the dudes around her were just getting torn from limb to limb, shred to shreds. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like Arnold couldn't even beat the predator. He fought him one-on-one and got his ass whooped.
That's what I'm saying.
He tried to go toe to toe and got demolished, bro. Like he had to resort to a trap to beat his ass.
Yeah,
Got washed.
look, man, you know, like as big as Arnold was, when that motherfucker picks Arnold up by one arm and is holding him and his feet dangling, it's about to be a long night for you. Like,
I'm just sad he beat Apollo Creed. That hurt my heart.
yeah, he did him dirty too. He chopped that arm off.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Oh,
Yep.
oh. I mean, honestly, like I don't really feel sad about that because he did play the team. He did deceive the team and lie. So it's like when
He did.
So I mean, I know he tried to make up for it, but I was too torn up when Carl Rogers when he got his. So
Yeah, you know
I
what?
just-
Like my girl, she had never seen the old Rocky movies, and she never saw Predator 1 because she doesn't like scary movies. I'm like, it's really not that scary.
oh no, it's not. It's kind of like an action thriller, really.
Yeah, it's an action thriller.
So she watched it, and she was like, I didn't know he used to be that ripped. I'm like, yeah, that man
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, Carl Weathers is the man. His routine was like crazy too. He had like a crazier routine than Sly did. Because Sly was already into bodybuilding and stuff, but Carl Weathers' like workout routine to get in Rocky shape, especially I think what was it, Rocky 3? No, Rocky 4 was like crazy.
Yeah, I like the Rocky movie though, man. How like
Which is your favorite? Which is your favorite? Let me ask you guys. Which is your favorite Rocky movie?
I'm always gonna say 4 because I like
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
that was my favorite one. To be fair, I'm not including Creed. Not including Creed.
No, I'm just the Rocky movies in general, just those, just not the excluding the Creed films. So yeah,
I kind of like the second one.
you know, I'm with Tony. It's like the second one for me probably because that's when like it just came full circle for me in that one. Really, it really did.
Yeah, I mean, you had an underdog in the first one who won the fight
Yeah.
but lost, and then you had Apollo Creed won the fight but felt like he lost it, so he wanted to run it back. Everybody around him was saying, "Don't give this dude another chance. Move on."
Do not. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, because bro, hey, credit to the character who played Duke, bro, because he's probably my favorite character besides like Rocky and everybody else. I mean, he's type of like, I saw you beat that man, like I never seen another man get beat before, and he just kept coming after you. We don't need this kind of man in our life. I know what you're feeling. Let it go. Go. Should have let it go.
What was Clubber Lang's like statement? He said he's not afraid of something about Balboa.
I pity the fool.
But he said, "Oh yeah." It's like, I'm not what he said. I'm not afraid of Balboa. I pity the fool. Yeah.
I mean, but for real, like Apollo should have done like Elsie. He should have let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Rocky 3. Like, they take Rocky to the hood. He got no rhythm. He can't dance like them whenever he's training with the footwork. He's getting beat on the feet, running, and all of a sudden he's faster than Creed. Now he's got rhythm with his feet. That shit was funny.
I like that. Also, I can't. The worst character ever in the series is Paulie. Just the guy just destroys everything he touches. Always around, complaining. Just being a drag on everybody.
He's the reason why Rocky went broke, right?
Yes, he is. Show is. Like it would have been a rat. Like after that, and they still kept his ass from us. Like, why is he still here? Like he's the reason y'all went homeless. Why are y'all still dealing with him?
Yeah, they were supposed to explain that in Rocky 4, but they never did. Go into how he went from being super rich to having nothing.
Well, what the hell? Okay, in the fifth, it happened in the fifth movie. But
was it the fifth? Yeah, okay, my bad.
It's like I guess he had his accountant sign a tax exemption or something, but they never really went into greater detail than that. That's what I know. That's what I remember.
Yeah, you're right. It was the fifth one because that's
so he wound up back in his old hood.
Yeah, the fifth one was the worst one in my opinion.
Tommy Morrison, man, Tommy Morrison.
He did a decent job. He did what was required of him. But honestly, the least film it's just for me. It's like it brought Rocky back from riches to rags. You know what I'm saying? That's when he just lost everything. You know.
Hey AJ.
Yo.
If you hit me, I'll sue.
Sue me for what? Dude, that dude was a clear imitation of Don King. That was hilarious.
Straight Don King, and you know what? Tommy in that movie was a straight representation of Mike Tyson.
Yep.
God, I will never forget.
Only in America.
Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino, and then because Al Pacino is like the devil in a movie, and then they went to a Roy Jones fight. And then Don King was there, literally shaking hands with Al Pacino being the devil. I was like, "Yep, confirmed."
Wow.
Because Don King is still around, and he still kind of looks similar to that time. It's kind of crazy.
Yo, he's still worth over like $100 million too.
That's what I'm saying. And isn't he's like whatchamacall's his godson or like nephew or something like that, right? The WBA president.
Yeah, I just looked it up. AJ. According to Celebrity Net Worth, he's currently worth $150 million.
I'm not buying that.
I lied to you. Bet.com says he's worth $290 million.
Not buying it.
Yo, that dude got money.
But these are two people giving I don't know. That's hard to believe.
I'm telling you, Don got money.
His shows are not like people still sign with him, which is crazy. It's like you already know what you're getting when you sign with Don King. I mean, he can get you a belt. It's a regular title, but he can potentially get you a belt.
I was just about to say, he can get you a Reggie belt for sure.
That man got Trevor Bryant a belt. Like this.
That's what I'm saying. He'd get you a belt somehow, some way. Remember, what was his name? I forget. He was like kind of an up and coming, like I think he was a lightweight. They used to call him the Young Master or something like that. I forget his name.
the young master.
I'm trying to look to see who his fighters are. I can't find anybody. Only thing on his website is it says Adrian Broner suffers a hand injury. Fight is off December 2nd. So, did AB sign with Don King?
Yeah, he did. I think his last 2 fights have been with Don King.
Joe, speaking of that, we're going to go out with this. This is going to be the last thing I talk about before I end the stream. They're talking about Devin Haney or potentially Ryan Garcia fighting AB. We brought that up earlier.
Yeah, you heard my 2 cents on it.
Prodigal. Have you heard about that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so one of them 2 fighters could be potentially fighting Adrian Broner.
Are you kidding me? Like, what's the point? What's the point?
I'm dead serious. Like,
that's pretty much what I said.
Hold on, let's Google it right now. Let's go. Ryan Garcia news.
What's the point in fighting Adrian Broner? He has nothing.
Tune-up fight?
I mean, I guess he is a tune-up at this point, but gee whiz.
What the hell is going on with Keith Thurman?
He's trying to fight Clarissa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but y'all know it's been another 2 years since he fought now.
He's probably not coming back. He's just all talk because there's just nothing favorable happening for him. I mean, one could say that's the same thing with Arizona Lara. He has to defend his WBA title.
I'm still kind of pissed at Triple G because he allowed him to get that belt.
Well, he was the regular champion, so they just elevated him.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but the Triple G would have just fought him and got rid of him. You know what I mean?
It's Eubank. Eubank messed up the bag because he should have beat Liam Smith the first time, and he would have fought Triple G, and that would have been it.
Yep, he's still calling him out. How sad is that?
Yeah, I mean, there's no point now. We all see what Triple G looks like now. Apparently, he's trying to get Kell Brook to come out of retirement.
But what had me cracking up was after Eubank beat Smith in a rematch. Like, he called out Triple G saying he has his belts, and he vacated those belts. It's like, dude, don't you keep up with shit?
No, he says he doesn't know anybody. He says, like, he doesn't know who Janabek is. He didn't know who this guy was or whatever because they're not money movers.
Which is code for I don't want to fight him because I don't like my chances.
But now he's talking about he want to fight Janabek, but they was trying to get him to fight, like, the IBO champ, who's some, like, obscure Italian fighter.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah, I think his name is Etanosa Oliha or something like that.
Yeah.
If I was Eubank, I would try to go after Charlo right now.
Well, he's not gonna get him, even if he tried, I think.
He could either try to go after Charlo or Arizondi. That's his best bet right now. I mean, that's literally.
I thought Lara versus Danny Garcia was a play for
No, not anymore. Because the whole WBA convention stuff. So now Lara has to defend against Zarafa, and Zarafa's last fight was like, I don't even know when his last fight was. It's been that long since he fought too.
Zarafa, he does. So
yeah. So he has to fight. Lara has to fight Zarafa, and if he doesn't, then the title will go vacant, and then maybe that would be Eubank's chance because he could fight Zarafa for the vacant title, even though he's not like ranked in the WBA. It probably could sprinkle some magic and do something for him, because technically, before they got rid of all the interim titles, he was the interim WBA champ. So
yeah, he's had that title twice.
Yeah. So, but they stripped him of the WBA interim status, and then he lost his like WBA ranking because he didn't fight anybody in the WBA, I guess.
What a mess.
So we'll see. Like, that's his only best bet. So if he's going to do anything at all, like this year.
I pretty much lost all hope with Eubank Jr. It's like
I still like him though. I think he's good for boxing. He's like entertaining.
I kind of rate him too. I think he's decent. He's not a bad fighter.
Yeah, I just want to see what Bomac can do for him. So, like, you know, if he can change his situation, it'd be like great. Actually, it'd be cool if he fought Janabek because that would be kind of redemption for Bomac if Eubank was to beat Janabek because you know Rob Brandt lost to Janabek.
Yeah, I give it decent. I favor Janabek, but I give Eubank a chance. I say he's got a chance in that fight. So I see it stop.
Yeah, because Denzel Bentley went 12. You know, because we still don't
I
know.
don't think that happened at all.
Yeah, we don't know what Eubank's punch resistance is like because people are saying his punch resistance is bad because he got dropped by Liam.
We got taken out by 4 years old.
Yeah, Eubank to me is a B-level fighter. He is not a world champion. I don't think he could beat Janibek. I think he loses every time he fights world champions. I like Eubank. I always thought he had him.
Well, he only fought one world champion technically, and that being like current world champion. No, meaning like current world champion at the time was George Groves. That's the only world champion he's like lost to like currently.
And that was a faded George Groves.
Yeah, well, he put the kind of the proverbial end to George Groves because George Groves' shoulder was all jacked up in the Callum Smith fight, and that's how Callum Smith beat George Groves.
Yeah,
because George Groves was done.
He also lost to fucking Billy Joe.
Billy Joe, but that was a split decision. And then if you watch that fight, he froze in like the first like couple rounds, and then he came on later. So that was a split decision win for Billy Joe. But that was with like the British title, British, European, and Commonwealth. And that wasn't no world titles.
But what I'm saying is, Billy Joe went on to become a champion
with a vacant belt, though, and then Billy Joe ducked Andre that whole time from 154 to 160, basically.
Well, he had a title at 168 as well.
That was vacant.
That's what I meant. Yeah, that was vacant. All of Billy Joe's titles were vacant. I mean, 160 to
168. He beat Andy Lee. 160 belt.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He beat Andy Lee for that title. Yeah, but 168 was a vacant title. Yeah.
And then you got to think Liam Smith was an ex-world champion, and he beat Eubank in the first fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, Eubank also beat Arthur Abraham, but again, that was also a faded Arthur Abraham.
Yeah. Eubank to me is a good fighter, but he's not a great fighter, and I just don't see him being a world champion. I don't think he gets there.
Honestly. He could get, like I said, if he plays it right, he can get like a vacant title. That's his best bet.
I mean, that's his own.
Either that or like I said, he waits for I don't know. Maybe he can fight Arislandi and see what happens. Who knows?
Oh shit! I think Lara would dance around him.
He can't anymore. He's flat. He's flat now, so he'll have to stand and trade. So we'll see what happens. Because he wasn't moving that much when he fought Spike O'Sullivan.
Did you say he's flat now?
Flat-footed.
Okay, I was about to say that's what she said, but go ahead.
Oh, Beck the Bully is also fighting soon as well, actually.
I've lost my hope on that guy.
Why?
Because what Gabe did to him.
But he got his get back. He got his get back though.
Barely. But you know, I don't know. I just don't see it with Beck. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not saying he's an exciting fighter. He's been in good fights, but I just don't see it.
That should be the fight. Beck versus M. Billy. I would like to see that.
Oh, and Billy tears his ass apart.
Of course. But it'll be entertainment.
Pause. Fuck. Somebody big is supposed to be fighting him, Billy. Shit. I just saw it. Oh, who was it?
His next fight was out?
David Benavidez. That's going to be the fight.
What? Who?
No way.
Where you getting that from?
I saw the article earlier today. It was from Benavidez Sr. He said they're not going to fight David Morrell Jr. because they gave him the opportunity. He turned it down a while back, and that they're aiming for M. Billy.
Ooh, I like he. Not gonna lie, I like that fight, man.
That's gonna be amazing.
That's gonna be a good fight.
Let's see if I can pull up an article right now because I saw it earlier. Yep, right here. Benavidez Senior targets M. Billy.
What's the website?
Boxing News 24.
That shit website.
Yeah, that's kind of
I don't really go by what they
say. They're kind of biased.
Yeah. They have a lot of the written.
They're really biased and
they push a lot of stuff there.
There's a lot of wishful.
They're quoting what the dad said. And
he said they're targeting him. Doesn't mean it's going to come true though. So
the dad was talking to Fight Hub TV. That's where they're getting it from.
Okay.
Yo, that'd be a good fight.
It will be.
Yeah, it will be. I ain't got no issue with that fight.
Yeah, you got two guys who got gas tanks that just keep going. So that's gonna be a fight.
Because because like Billy he just throws for the fences every time, bro. Like just
There's nothing.
Who hits harder? That's what I want to know.
Oh, and Billy.
I think Billy does.
Yeah, because Benavidez is gonna hit you with a lot more volume.
Yeah, yeah.
And Billy's gonna hit you with more like.
See, like with David's thing, he hits you with volume and wears you down. But with like in Billy, like he'll liable to get you out of there, or So
everything he's swinging is a home run.
It's just like every like punch he throws is like literally a knockout punch.
His defense can't be lapsed though, because if his defense is messed up, it's over for him. Like
that's the one thing I noticed. I think Dave can capitalize on that. Because I noticed that when he throws a hook, he doesn't like cover up quick enough to,
No, his nose is all bloody with this dude, so he was getting punched in the face quite a lot.
Because I noticed in the Gongora fight, he really struggled too as well.
So it's like, it's basically who's better can impose their will on the other person. If David can impose his will on him, it'd be an easy night for him. If he can't, then it'll be an easy night for him, Billy.
This is the year of the Cameroons. We're going to have him really beat Benavidez, and we're going to have Sir Francis Ngannou.
Don't say that. Don't say that. We got to see Benavidez versus Canelo. We can't have that happen.
Y'all know what fight I like for David Morrell next?
What's that?
Carlos Gongora.
I'm not sold on Morrell, to be honest with you.
I mean, do you think that's a good opponent matchup? That could you think fight Carlos Gongora?
That's a solid opponent, but I feel like at this point, Gongora is going to lose that.
Yeah, probably. But we saw how much trouble he gave him, Billy.
Yeah.
But Morrell is like a cruiserweight in there, man. I feel like, he would beat Gongora pretty bad, because Gongora is like on the downturn of his career too.
Yeah. I think it'd be a good measuring stick, because like if he goes in there and stops Gongora, or does a better job, then that warrants we can see. I mean, it's like honestly, like it's a toss between these three. It's like Morrell, Benavidez, and Billy. They could all fight each other. In my opinion, I don't care.
Guess who's coming back?
Jesus.
That one. Well, yes, of course that. Sergey Kovalev.
Oh yeah, he's going to be on the undercard of which is one of the Saudi cards. I forget which one. He's fighting. I don't know who the guy he's fighting is. I never heard of him.
I think it's on the AJ card.
Yeah. Well, one of them cards.
He was supposed to fight Beck back in the day. I feel like they should just run it back. Do it.
They could, but Sergey failed the PEDs. He tested positive for PEDs, I think, back then.
Are they going to be fighting? Is that where he's fighting cruiserweight?
Shit. Hold on.
Because he went up to cruiserweight.
Yeah. He's at cruiser.
He's got to be old though. How old is he? 40?
He's got to be 40 by now, at least. I think he's 40. I thought he retired. I can't believe he's still fighting. Actually.
Yep, he's 40 on the nose. I just looked it up.
Yeah. Damn, I thought he retired. Honestly, I thought he wasn't going to fight anymore.
Well, he did retire for a while, and then he came back.
Well, after he got knocked out by Canelo, he didn't fight for a minute.
Yeah, he was out the ring for like 3 years.
Yeah.
But I mean, we all knew Canelo was going to beat him. That dude had already been knocked out twice before he got in the ring with Canelo.
Oh, you mean that Tony Week stoppage by Andre Ward to the nuts?
To the nuts.
Yeah.
No, I think he was talking about that Alvarez stoppage.
Oh, yeah, one of them too.
Yeah, that Alvarez stoppage was crazy.
Yeah, Lita slept him. But I mean, he did in his defense, he did come back to beat Alito Alvarez. I will say he was robbed against Andre Ward in that first fight, because he beat Andre Ward. Like he beat him. But Ward came back, won the fight by nut blows. Get it how you get it. I don't think Andre Ward was that good, to be honest with you.
He galotted him. He Andrew galotted him.
Tony, it's funny you say that. Like I'm not gonna entirely disagree. It's like he's good, but it's like I don't really see. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to disagree with you about saying that.
I mean, in my opinion, his best win was a weight drain Chad Dawson. That's really his biggest standout win, in my opinion.
And Carl Froch.
Yeah, I would have said Carl
Yeah,
Froch probably. Carl Froch.
The thing about Carl Froch is them little super series, they're doing a tournament, they're fighting a lot more often than they normally would. I guess, but I don't know, man. Like, why didn't he fight Adonis Stevenson? Why did he not fight him before he retired?
Could have fought Lucian Bute too.
He could have.
Yep. Why? Yeah, it's like I don't think he'd have beat those. I think he'd have beat Bute for sure.
I think Adonis would have sent him into Never Neverland, just like he would have done to Kovalev.
I wish they would have had Triple G would have stepped up to 168 versus him. That would have been crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, Triple G was a lifetime middleweight.
Funny thing about Adonis, every time he would knock somebody out, he would run around like he won the lottery.
Yeah. Jump up and down. But all he had was one punch. He only threw the left arm. Like, he never threw his right hand. That's talent right there. When you can fight one-armed in every single fight and still get the knockout.
Oh, you mean like Deontay Wilder?
No, Deontay Wilder used both hands, though. He threw jabs. They were bad. And then he windmill you to death. But fucking Adonis, he would just throw that left hook and catch somebody and stop him.
Yeah.
Like, legit, that's all he threw. He would just throw the left. He would throw it as a jab, and then he would back up and throw it as a southpaw power shot. Like, this man relied on one fucking hand his whole career.
Wait a minute. I recognize this guy.
Who's that?
I'm looking at upcoming boxing schedules. There's a fighter named Javon Walton. Where do I know that name from? He's on the undercard of Serrano Menke in the Jake Paul card. Why do I know that name? Oh, this is going to kill me. I got to look this shit up now. Hold on. Give me a sec. Oh, that's who that is. He was in that movie Samaritan with Sly Stallone.
I have to look him up. I mean, I saw him.
Yeah, movie
I don't
Samaritan.
know what you talking about.
You saw Samaritan?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. He was the kid. He was that boy. Also, he's boxing. He's a boxer. I didn't know that.
Tommy Morrison's son just got another KO. He has apparently I think a 90% KO ratio or 85%, one of those.
He's got two sons who box. Which one?
I think it's the youngest one.
Is it Trey?
I can't remember. But whoever recently just had a fight and who has a higher KO percentage.
Okay. Oh shit, I didn't know that kid boxed. Ain't that a bitch? I gotta check that out. Okay. I'm gonna put that on my list to watch. Nice. Javon Walton, that's what's up.
No, it'd probably be Kinsey. Let me look him up. Kinsey Morrison. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, Kinsey just won. James McKenzie Morrison, he beat Nathan Bedwell, who had a record of 8 wins and 20 losses.
Yep, he's still padding that record, man.
21. He's got 21 wins, 19 knockouts, 1 loss. Who did he lose to?
How many times has he been knocked out?
Never.
No, I mean with the guy with 20 losses that he beat.
Oh shit! Let me click on him and see.
Yeah.
He has been knocked out 10 times.
Oh shit!
And
I'd have called it a wrap after the 6th knockout. Or I'm done with this shit.
bro, I remember I saw some UK card, and for the first time ever, I seen one of them dudes with 100 losses on their record. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like,
I think it was a Tommy Fury fight. He fought a guy like that.
It wasn't Tommy Fury that was fighting. It was a lower weight class, but the dude had 100 fucking losses. I was like, yo, unicorn.
Yeah, it's because he's fighting every other weekend, basically.
Probably,
four rounders.
If not every other day.
4 rounders and however many he can get. Those are what are they? They're like real journeymen who get hundreds of losses like that. It's like crazy.
But how much are you getting paid when you got 90 plus losses?
Not probably 900 pounds, which is $1,200 a fight.
Yeah.
Bruh. I don't know, man.
Because that's we're pure working class. Those guys are just fighting just to try to make a living somehow for their family. But when you fighting I don't know, man. 4 rounders and then losing just like to big up the next big thing. There's no point.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
sometimes they go out on a high. Like one dude was like that, and he finally like won and then got like a title, like some type of like master's title or something. But he was like I don't even know, like 18 and 100 or something like that. Something crazy.
Who's like that? It was a heavyweight. Like, oh yeah, Mike. It was Mike Weaver, right? Who had like several losses. Then he became a champion when he knocked out Greg Page.
Yeah, I think so. You love to see it when it happens. I mean, it happens.
My bad. I was distracted. I was looking on YouTube and it has Alicia Baumgartner and the title is "Dating as a Pro Female Boxer."
Say that again.
I got very sidetracked for a second. My bad. I was looking on YouTube just real fast, and the title of this video is "Dating as a Pro Female Boxer," and it's Alicia Baumgartner.
Can you send me the link for that vid?
I got you.
Who is messing with her at the moment?
Tony.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
What you record? Who's AJ's girl who he promotes is like I think better looking than her. What's her name?
Shannon Ryan.
Shannon Ryan. Yeah. Shannon Ryan. Yep.
She's a little pocket rocket. I could put her in my pocket. She's so small.
She got the body.
Yep.
Yeah, she a baddie.
I still like it. Sinessa Estrada too. I think she's cute.
Yeah, Estrada when she comes to the ring with her little cape on. Yeah, I like her.
By the way, she's about to fight Yokasta Valle. I don't know if y'all heard.
She's gonna lose, unfortunately.
Who's gonna lose?
Estrada.
No, she's not.
You don't think so?
Oh no.
Okay.
I was favored Estrada to win that. No,
I hope so too. But I don't know. I think Valle might get it.
I mean, she didn't look that good in her last fight, but I think it's just due to she was having hand issues and shit. So, but she got surgery for that. So I think she'll turn up on her night and finally put it to rest. But about time, because I thought Yokasta was swerving the fight. If I'm being honest. But Yokasta Valla's weigh-ins are a thing of beauty. I just want to say that.
What's that?
That's what I'm saying.
Yokasta Valle, her weigh-ins.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like honestly, if I ever went to a win, I probably like for the people, I'd probably be the only one who brings and passes out popcorn.
Eddie's girl is not bad either. What's her face? The Australian girl?
Ebony?
Sky Nicholson or something?
Sky. Oh yeah, she's cool.
Yeah, Sky. Look, Ebony, I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody
says. Ebony's too fake for me.
Like her face.
Yeah, she just lost.
It's also the tattoo. I don't really like her tattoo. And yeah, she's just too fake. She's just so fake.
This guy, she's kind of a mixed bag for me. I like her. She's easy on the eyes, but her boxing, it's like kind of looking for more excitement,
She's actually like a champ now, right? Is she a WBC champ or something like that?
Interim. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think she's about to fight for the full title soon. But she was calling out Amanda, man. She wanted that smoke. I mean, I remains to be seen if she would have, taken the fight. But she was being real vocal about wanting to fight Amanda. I think that would have been a bad idea. So
Amanda Serrano beats all these females. She beat Katie Taylor and got robbed. Man, she beat Katie. Bro.
She did.
I
it's just because
I had her to draw.
But as you said, AJ, you said it earlier. If the minutes were longer, she would have knocked Katie out.
Round 5, bro. Round 5, she was in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, like Amanda just built different. I like her. I didn't know Jake Paul was fighting again, though. You said on Jake Paul's undercard while I was like walking away.
Yeah, he let me see when. Let me check the date.
What was he fighting?
to be announced, but he's the co-main to Amanda's fight against Nina Menke. South Puerto Rico. Yeah.
I wonder who they gonna have him fight. I mean, he actually beat a boxer.
Yeah, man. Keep getting him fight. Keep working, Jake. You know what I'm saying?
People gonna be real mad if Jake Paul knock out Canelo.
What would you say?
I said people gonna be real mad he knock out Canelo.
That would probably end boxing.
That
That
fight
would
never
actually
happened.
put the end of boxing if Jake Paul were to ever beat Canelo. That'd be the end of boxing. That'd be it.
That fight's never happening.
Yo, there's a part of me that would love to see it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like how Canelo's been moving, I would love to see Jake Paul knock him out.
Even if like Jake Paul like puts him down, like if he was to knock Canelo down, that'd be crazy. That'd be way worse than Fury getting put down by Ngannou.
Yeah, it would be.
That'd be a national tragedy in Mexico. Oh my gosh, it'd be over.
Maybe have people crying in the streets.
It'd be like the day, like Canelo would be mourned if that would happen.
Yo, that shit.
Well, no. If Canelo lost to Jake Paul, he's no longer Mexican. He's Irish.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he might as well just move to Ireland at that point because he will never be able to go back to his hood. Never. Anywhere from Texas to California, he'd be done. He could never go back.
I'm sorry, Kelly. We got to be realistic here. Jake Paul would fucking send fucking Bam Bam Rodriguez to the moon. Ain't no fucking way. I don't care how bad of a boxer he is. Ain't no way little Bam Bam gonna beat a fucking 200 plus pound man.
You know what I hope it's not? I hope it's not Roy Jones trying to fight Jake Paul.
Nah.
Well, they try to do it with Tommy Fury. So
if Roy gets in there, he's getting stopped.
Roy needs to just call it a career for God's sakes. I mean, I don't know why he's still doing this, but like I actually talked to you like late chat interview. Like he's actually a nice guy, answering a lot of my questions too. It's like, Roy, man, you don't need it no more, bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
No, he has like multiple businesses in like 2 different countries. It's like kind of crazy.
I boxed in the gym whenever it used to be in Pensacola.
You said you boxed at his gym?
Yeah, when it used to be in Pensacola.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go down there. He cool. He had chickens. I'm for real. There was like wild ass chickens around the gym.
Yeah, he said they'd be. Wow. That's when Eubank was training. Was they used to just be running around.
Did he use those for strategy? Like they would try to, okay, go catch these chickens for speed.
There used to be wild fucking chickens. Like that's the main thing I remember. Like where the fuck are these chickens coming from?
Just running around. And these are the type of chickens that will chase you.
He said, "Come on, Tony. Jake Paul ain't good. You probably beat him too."
Yeah, I put money on that.
I mean, I potentially. I don't know. It's been a long time since I fought. Like he's very active.
He has a limited amount of resources. You get the best training in the world. You get the best PEDs in the world. You know.
But Tony, you still getting work a little bit in terms of boxing training, or you spout off?
Hold on. Say what?
You still getting some work in terms of boxing training? Like you still do some stuff?
I ain't done no real boxing training in years. I mean,
like stuff like
come on, Tony. Let's just get you on snack. That's it.
Yeah, man. I'd say that's all I got to do.
Have you still the heavy bag stuff like that, or no? Just
Well, I had shoulder surgery not that long ago, so
I
ain't hitting no bags, not yet. But I don't know. Like the thing about Jake Paul is like we gonna be around the same stature, both 5'11". I might be a little bit taller than him. We gonna be.
I thought he was like 6'1" or 6 feet.
Nah, he only.
I thought he was 6'1".
Nah,
because they have Logan Paul like 6'2".
Yeah, he's shorter than his brother though.
Logan is shorter. I always thought he was taller one.
Nah, Jake is shorter than Logan.
Oh, Jay. Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But I mean, he's smaller than me. I would have to cut a lot of weight. Like you figure.
What you walking around at now?
Like 237.
Oh, whoa.
Ish. I mean, I got some fat I could lose around my stomach, but It'd be hard for me to get down to 190 pounds. I mean, we talking about cutting like damn near 40 pounds.
No, that's cruiserweight. Yeah, he's like walking in at 200. But I mean, that's just getting the weight spot on. But then fight night, you could be whatever, pretty much.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, I haven't cut weight in so fucking long. I don't know what that would do to my body. Like, it ain't like back in the day when I could lose 30 pounds and it was like nothing. Now,
That's the problem with weight cutting. The older you get, the harder it is to lose weight.
He's not even a real cruiserweight, though. He doesn't weigh in at the 200-pound max. It's 190. So I would have to drop to 190 to fight him.
Technically 200, because that's the cruiserweight limit. So
No. Jake Paul's limit is 190.
I mean, well, you can still fight him at 2. I mean, because that's still the cruiserweight.
No. Jake Paul's weight limit is 190.
No, I mean, I know. I'm just saying, but like, technically the cruiserweight limit is 2, but he fights at 190, but you can still weigh more than him.
No.
He sets the fights at 190, so you have to be at that weight.
Oh, so that's what he does for like each fight of his?
Yeah, he's like Canelo. When Canelo had the 155 weight class.
So he has Jake Paul weight class.
So he makes his opponents come down to his weight. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. It'd be very hard. Like 200, I could probably do that, but to get down to 190 and function, it'd be very hard. It'd be hard. I don't know. That's a lot of fucking weight.
But you're still relatively young, so you would be able to do it.
Yeah, but I don't want to have.
But you're used to having a size, so it would be different.
Yeah, I mean, and then the shock of taking it all off and putting it all right back on. I don't know how I would function. You know what I mean? Like,
again, we get you on snack, and you're gonna be good.
Oh yeah, because he's gonna do all the blood work and make sure I pass the drug test the whole way through. He gonna microdose me.
Exactly.
Yeah, you put me on snack, I'll fuck that dude up real bad because I'm gonna come back real bad. I have no doubts in my mind. You put me on motherfucking, you give me any type of PED, and it's gonna be a problem for anybody.
So you drop the weight off, and then you're gonna be like 40 pounds on the night, so it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that weight gain.
Do y'all see him ever becoming a champion?
Who?
Jake Paul.
I don't know.
At cruiserweight?
Yeah.
Who knows? Actually, no, because cruiserweight, no, well, I mean, technically, he's in Apatai's class, right? So, I mean, like, who can he fight realistically at cruiserweight? Because I think he has a WBA ranking somehow. But I thought he did.
I thought he had WBC.
Either one of those.
Yeah, I don't know.
So if he is WBC ranked, I mean, you think he could beat Mukabu?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Mukabu's pretty trash, but I don't know. Like,
but you think he's that trash enough to lose to Jake Paul?
The thing about Jake Paul is he's got a knockout punch, and you can't fake power. You know what I mean? Like, if he can land, there's a potential he could do an upset. I'm looking right now. So Jake Paul is ranked 136th in the world and 23rd in the U.S.
He's got a long ways to go.
Yeah. They have.
Who's the number one USA cruiserweight? Is it Joe Smith?
Let's see. I'll tell you. Wait. Oh, hold on. It's gonna make me do this shit. Let's go to page 1. It is. I don't see how this is possible. Ramirez is ranked number 1. So, they got
it's got to be a joke.
How? He's not even from the U.S.
I'm talking about the global ranking.
Oh, that's crazy. How?
You look at the box.
So here we go. Zerto's ranked number 1. Chris Billum-Smith, the guy that beat Okoli, he's ranked number 2. Opatai's ranked number 3. Bandu Jack's number 4.
What?
That's wild. Yeah, that's probably BoxRec.
Yeah, I'm on BoxRec.
That's some bullshit. Opatai should be number 1, hands down, in my opinion.
Let's see what ESPN has for division.
How is Zordo number 1 and you have a title? That's crazy.
I thought he picked up a belt from the Joe Smith Jr. fight.
No, that was an eliminator.
Yeah, that was an eliminator.
Oh, okay.
Your
So
WBC.
according to ESPN, they have Opataya number 1, Bandu Jack number 2, Chris Billowsmith number 3. I'm not even going to try to say his name. Norer.
Oh, Noel Gavor.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Noel
the guy that knocked out
Gavor.
Makabu.
He's the new WBC champ.
Yeah, he's number 4. Okoli's number 5. Zerto's number 6.
Okay,
That sounds more realistic.
That's more credible.
Badu actually should be out of the weight class because he's trying to fight in like Bridgerweight now. So he should be done.
I don't know who. I mean, nobody up there Jake could beat.
No, I don't think so. He doesn't beat none of these guys.
I mean, I don't even think he could beat a Marcus Brown.
Nah.
No, definitely no. First of all, Marcus Brown would like disfigure his face, so it'd be done.
When has Marcus Brown fought since the Beterbiev fight?
Yes. He fought against Adrian Taylor at cruiserweight and won.
Okay, so he moved up to cruiser. Got it.
Yeah.
Damn, he took 2 years off damn near.
What do you think about Jack Massey?
Why is that he sound familiar? Did Joseph Parker beat him?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I thought so. Got it. I don't know.
You think and so did Richard Riopor.
Oh, so he's a cruiserweight that moved up to the heavy.
Yeah. He was like, I think he had like 1 defeat or was undefeated going into that Joseph Parker fight.
Yeah, he went up there
because he was is he Australian or South African? One of those, right?
He's British.
He's British. Oh,
yeah. So he went up there to one fight and then came back down to cruiser. So I don't know. Maybe he could Jack Massey. Maybe. I'm trying to see somebody. I mean, you always had the dude that Opataya just knocked out, Zorro. He's ranked 30th. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe him.
I mean, I really don't know. Some of these names I don't even fucking know. But
if I was Jake, I'd just try to go to Bridgerweight. That's his best bet.
I will tell you this. I believe he was robbed, and I thought he beat Tommy Fury, in all honesty.
Not going to disagree with that.
He said Tony with PEDs is Bane.
Huh?
I mean, I might be like, I'm fucking 237-ish with nothing. So you put me on that gold juice. Who knows what the fuck I turn into? I mean, I've never even done the shit. Like, in my strongest, I was doing 5 sets of 5 with 465 on a flat bench or a natural. So
you squat as well?
Well, I used to go real heavy. I tore my left hamstring, and I mean, I haven't gone heavy since. But I was up to 685 at my heaviest for the squat.
That was pretty solid. What about deadlifts?
655 was the most I did. But you got
on deadlift?
Yeah, 655. But those aren't maxes. Those are actual like doing sets. So
okay.
So with a 655, I do 3 sets of 4. So I never like took it higher than that for either. As far as my maxing goes, I quit maxing after I beat my dad. Like whenever I beat whatever his max was, I just was doing work sets past that. I never cared to max any because I felt accomplished. Like, yeah, I'm better than you. I win.
Theatricality and deception are powerful agents to the uninitiated. But we are initiated, aren't we, Bruce? Members of the League of Shadows.
I don't know, man. I think Jake Paul can box. I think for a guy who had no amateur career, he doesn't look bad.
He's decent. He's decent. I'm not going to disagree.
No, this is what I'm saying. I said this before. When you have a limited amount of resources and just a bunch of time, anybody can get good.
I mean, like, especially when you got as much money as he's got as well. You know, guys.
Yeah, time and money. That's all he needed to, I mean, that's all you need.
And plus, who knows how much, like, prepping he's been doing behind closed doors, you know what I'm saying, as well.
I mean, the thing about it is this. People like to look down on people with money. But if you have somebody with money, like Bruce Wayne, that has nothing but time and the will to get better, that's pretty hard to beat because you can have the best of everything. Best nutrition, best drugs, best trainers. Like, Jake Paul's the only dude who has no real fights that could get world champions to come in and spar with him.
Mm-hmm.
So that mean like, whenever there was kingdoms, the princes were like the best sword fighters. They trained from day one. So I don't know, man. It's hard to beat somebody with unlimited money.
That's true. And I mean, also he has the brand recognition, so he's also a brand in himself. So even if you do beat him, if you don't beat him, then you're still gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, allegedly, from hearing him talking, I don't know how true it is because I never looked it up. He was a good wrestler in high school, so that means he was athletic to begin with.
Yeah, he has a solid base. Like Logan Paul, I don't know if you remember, his early YouTube was just shorts. All he did was splits.
Yeah,
I heard Logan had a wrestling background. I wasn't sure about Jake, but
Yeah, I think both of them did.
yeah.
So I mean, if they got that, they have some of that athletic ability. I'm getting tongue tied because I'm getting tired. But yeah, they got some type of athletic ability. So it is what it is.
Jake is definitely the better boxer at this point.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah. I agree with that. Seriously, he's way better than Logan.
I fight Logan right now with being out of shape.
Like no training camp.
Yeah, Logan's the easier brother. Just kind of like how KSI and Deji are. Like you would want to fight Deji instead of KSI.
Yeah.
Even though KSI too, he'd still be easy pickings as well.
Yeah, I don't think KSI, Deji, or Logan can fight. Like them dudes is trash. Like
I feel bad for Salt Poppy though because he was actually doing something until he lost all his weight.
Yep. Yeah. You know what? After that happened, the Salt Poppy like, damn, bro, you should have stayed fat.
No, I don't think that had anything to do with it. Here's the fact of the matter. He started to step up in quality, and you can look really good against people who can't fight, who never fought before, and you can look like you're doing something. But as you step up with people with just very little
levels,
exactly, and his level was at very little experience. Because whenever he fought people with very little experience, he got exposed. It's different.
But that was the thing because they legit said out of all the YouTube boxers, he was probably the most technically gifted out of all of them because he looked like he could actually be a pro.
I think did he have an amateur background?
I think so because I think he used to do stuff at the wild card gym or whatever. But who knows?
My thing is, he's the most talented. Compared to against what? Like, at least with Jake Paul, while they may not have been boxers, he was fighting ex-world champions in other sports. So the quality
in other sports
was much higher. What's that?
In other sports. So not boxing. So it's not like that really,
Yeah, but here's the problem. This is what I try to tell people whenever you look at like a baseline of Jake Paul, right? Where Jake Paul was at fighting these ex-MMA world champions, he would be fighting guys in the amateur with less experience. So I guarantee you, fucking Diaz beats the shit out of a whole bunch of amateurs that only got 2 or 3 boxing matches in the amateurs. So that's what you got to understand. That's where Jake Paul's coming from. No amateur experience. And he's fighting these dudes that there's no fucking way some kid with no boxing experience in the amateurs are going to beat. So I give him credit for what he did. While they're not boxers, these dudes are still fighters. Like Tyson Fury found out very quickly, shit ain't always sweet.
I mean, see, it's kind of an indictment. It's like how, you could say Ngannou's the first MMA guy to really have success against a pro boxer, because Jake Paul's just a novice, and he's and he's sleeping these dudes.
But he's fighting he's just fighting. One could say, even though he's fighting MMA fighters and stuff like that, mostly. They've just been all around athletes because
these guys are strikers.
They're just they're not really strikers like that. I mean, technically Tyron Woodley that was his thing that he would knock out, but he was still he was known for his wrestling and his ground stuff more, just like Ben Askren, same thing.
Yo, Tyron got slept so fucking bad. That dude got slept so fucking bad.
Bro,
what's messed up is
got deactivated.
Yeah, yep.
It's like somebody just said, press the off switch, and he was just
system reset.
I don't know. Do you still think people used to think he took a dive? Do you think he didn't take a dive? And
no, he got hit.
Okay.
He got legitimately knocked out. Yeah. I don't think you can fake something like that, or you would.
Yeah,
so
you don't hit the ground like that. That ain't acting. That's
if that was acting, he deserves the Oscar for That dude deserves an Oscar for real. If that was acting.
Yeah, nah, he went 99, like nightcap, like that. You can't fake a drop like that. Like his body went stiff.
Yeah, he got slumped. Yeah, I don't know. You just can't go back home if you get slipped like that, man. Like all your MMA titles and all these different things, I just throw them all away if I get slipped by like Jake Paul.
I'm
It's
telling
like,
you now, like
yo,
if that was me,
I'd be done.
if I was an MMA fighter, that happened to me, dude, my dad would disown me. I'm not even kidding. Like seriously, like he would never. Like, he probably wouldn't speak to me again.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's no way I can go back to my home.
I
I'll
hear
throw
you.
all my titles away.
I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say hypothetically, and this is a very big hypothetical, but let's say Jake goes on to be a world champion. Then it doesn't look as bad.
No, it doesn't.
No,
If he does.
it would age well, but
Yeah,
in
it
the
would.
moment, it's just like you've been at the top echelon of a fight career, and you were a champion in like the toughest like MMA promotion like ever, and you lose to a YouTuber. You can't go. You can't. There's hardly any redemption from that.
I want to see what he could do in MMA because he was talking about doing MMA as well. So I'm curious to see if he could do MMA at all.
Yeah, that's where it stops.
You think he gets beat in MMA?
I do.
Yeah, there's just too many levels. He'll probably get choked out.
I do.
Because also like one could say it's easier for like a boxer to kind of transition into MMA than for an MMA person to transfer into boxing. However, since he's more of a boxer now, maybe it'd be okay for him. But I don't think he wasn't like a elite wrestler. Like he wasn't like a multiple time state champion like wrestler, and he didn't take it to the college level or past that. So he's just like kind of an amateur at
To
that.
me, the most successful people in MMA seem to be collegiate wrestlers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he never had that like that elite level of wrestling, so his ground game is going to be like trash. And it's hard to learn ground game, even if you're like hire like a wrestling coach and stuff like that. Even if he has some experience, that he needed to keep drilling because you can't like just go back into like wrestling like that. You need to drill that like every day. It's just a certain amount of like oxygen that you need to have for that too.
Yeah, but fellas, like side note, right quick. I know we brought up Gina Carano earlier, and I remember what I was going to say. I think I said this in a past live stream, and I'll say it again. Like, how could she lose the Cyborg? I mean, y'all remember what she did to Colossus and Deadpool, right? I mean, it's like, bro, it's like, and you couldn't handle her, like.
But listen though, she was actually beating her. But again, that was juice to the gill Cyborg too. So
that was man Cyborg at that point.
And she put up
but she got taken down, and then that was it.
I mean, it's hard to be a woman with the testosterone of 8 men.
Bro, yeah, I can never forget what Dana White said about her. Like, bro, he had beat he died. He talked about like, bro. I saw Chris Cyborg at she at some event in the dress. Like, she turned back and looked. I thought it was Wanderlei Silva in the dress and heels.
No, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that was messed up.
I'm like, I'm going to bed on that note. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Thanks for having us, Tony.
Not a problem. AJ, before you go, I just don't want you to cry when Francis gets his upset knockout.
Hey, Brian, crying. It is what it is. Like, I'll be shocked, but I ain't gonna cry. I don't cry, bro.
I'm sticking by what I said. AJ is one loss away from retirement.
Oh, just like he was gonna lose the Ottawa Wallin, right? Like that.
Here's the thing. If AJ would have stayed with Derek James, he would have lost that fight.
But you said he'd lose regardless.
He would have lost that fight. However, I didn't know that he went Ben Davison, which is like some fucking. You seen the movie Constantine?
Yes.
You know the voodoo guy?
Yes.
That's fucking Ben Davison.
Yeah, agreed. But you knew he was with Ben Davidson. We talked about
He's
that.
trying to get his get back because he wants AJ to win this fight so he can get Tyson Fury. And then if he beats Tyson Fury, Ben Davidson would be like he'd win. He would get his revenge against Tyson Fury for ditching him.
I think the Saudis want that fight. They want Fury versus AJ. I mean, they want Fury AJ.
That's if Ben stays with AJ for that fight.
Yeah.
I think he will.
Yeah,
They seem to be working together pretty good.
Yeah, but they had an interview a while back asking Ben about that. Would he train him for it? And he avoided the question.
Yeah, I don't like that. It's like, bro, you with AJ now, man. You want his pick a side for real. You know what I'm saying? you know, like
yeah, he did not want to answer that question if he would help him train for Fury.
Well, that's probably why,
AJ
because he's afraid Fury might try to pull up on him. so he has to try to have AJ beat Fury so then he could rub it in his face.
Well, that note, guys, I'm off the bed. Appreciate y'all. Hit me up in the email. Let's try to find a schedule that works. I'll open up the super chat, and then as it takes off, we'll all make money.
all right, night, gents. Y'all take it easy.
Sounds good. Peace.